The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Digi Clan, we review a very special game.
Is it special, Caleb?
It is.
God damn it.
Shall we play a game?
Player to another.
Dark soul lies. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Caleb Craig.
This is Cameron.
Caleb Schweiss.
Joseph Bigolier.
And then today we're going to be talking about Digimon.
Digimon. What?
Just Digimon, huh?
Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory.
Yep.
Volume 3.
Yep.
Chapter 7.
Yep. The greatest of all time. But before we get into that, what has everybody been playing?
I don't want to spoil the review with saying that right off the bat, Caleb.
I know it's a little spoiler right there. But
All right, well.
what have you been playing?
100 out of 100, guys. You can skip the episode now.
Yeah.
So I've been playing some Digimon this week, and that's pretty much it.
Just Digimon?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, you love it that much, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I think we are both going to go back to it after the episode.
What
Probably.
Okay.
I need to
All
find
right.
Cameron.
Yeah, enjoy. I can't imagine.
I just gave Joe a loving wink across the table. Just meet me on Digimon later. I'll make it worth your time.
What you gonna do?
I'll whoop your ass just like I'll whoop your ass just like the game did.
I just watched that distant and vacant look into his eyes, like he's been through some shit. Just
Yeah.
look at him.
Yeah, only 33 hours of shit, though.
Meet me there again. We'll bring you back.
Yeah. I also only played Digimon. I was going to pick up Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2 this morning, but then Cameron showed up, so I decided not to. So I only played that one game this week. Just Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory.
I think I played a couple hours worth of Tactics right at the beginning of the week, but I played Digimon throughout the rest of the week entirely.
And I just showed up, at the normal time to show up. I mean, recently, so.
What?
I showed up. He's like, and then Cameron showed up. I showed up on time. Where was everyone else?
I was here.
Well, it's your fucking house. You did the whole thing where I'm going to lock the door real fast and upstairs because I'm still naked thing.
I wasn't naked.
Oh,
I had
that's
boxes on.
I didn't know that.
We've all seen you with your boxers.
Yeah, it's not.
All I heard was the unlock the door
Yeah,
and the
but these
scramble
ones
up the
got-
stairs.
These ones have holes in the taint, so I don't want to be like halfway.
Why
up the
do you
stairs with
still have them?
Because I like my balls to hang out at the
reason
bottom
he
a
still
little
has
bit.
the socks with
A
the
hole in
giant
socks.
hole.
God damn it, Schweiss. Get your fucking shit together.
I've got my shit
This is
together.
like basic shit together.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's socks and underwear. It's the most basic thing.
You know,
on the
my
planet.
balls don't
These
hang
ma-
so low to the point where they're falling through.
These are my teabag pants.
Yeah, it's small. They're small holes. They're small holes. But I still don't want them to see my balls. Not everybody wants to show their testicles off.
Not like Joe hatching his little egg.
See, I didn't know about the holes,
Well, I did know, and I avoided it.
and yeah,
So no,
Cameron saw my ball.
God.
This is the most intimate moment we've had as friends together.
It's true. I haven't seen any of you guys' ball. One or the other. I have no ball. So yeah, you guys are closer than any other two new clan hosts.
I mean, I walked in on him masturbating, so
That's a lie. That's a lie. Stop spreading that.
I was scratching an erection.
yeah,
that's
you
all.
were scratching so vigorously. looking at your phone with the other hand.
I did not have my phone out. You're blowing. You're,
Yes,
you're
you did,
remembering
Cameron.
details.
You weren't just
that don't
laying in your
exist.
bed. Come on, I know you.
No
you
one
were
would
looking at your
fucking
phone
do that
with one
with
hand
the door open.
and then scratching your balls.
Yes,
With the other.
scratching.
In quotes, scratching your balls.
I
But we
was.
all know it's a euphemism for.
Oh no, I was
jacking it.
legitimately. I was not. I would never
He
do
was
that with
looking
the
up-
door open.
He was looking up good techniques to.
I
scratch
wasn't
his
even looking at my
balls.
phone. He's remembering details that don't exist. And now, when you say it on air, that people run away with it.
Whatever,
Maybe I should let them know what you do. You want me to let that get out?
What does he do, Cam?
I don't know if he wants everyone to know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh,
so
yeah,
let's
so-
just move on before I find out that there is something that he doesn't want.
See, there it is. He
Anyway.
knows what I'm talking about. Doesn't want me to say
Anyway,
it.
let's move on. We all know what everyone's been playing, but
Do we?
did anybody
You didn't
Beat.
say. Oh no, you did say.
No.
a
Oh,
game?
Craig.
Oh,
Yeah, Dragon Quest V. That's all I've been playing.
okay.
Did
There you
anyone
go.
beat a game?
Nope.
Yes.
Me too. I beat one too.
Yeah, I beat one. We all beat the same game.
Is that so?
Yeah, Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth.
Hackers, man. I'm
Hackers
not
memory.
going to be able to fit that in our little
You should have made it
paper.
bigger. You knew it was coming.
Digimon Hackers Memory is what it's
Are
gonna
you
be
using a colored pencil?
called. Temporarily, yes. Let's see. This is my pencil or my pen.
Here we learn
This is a
the correct
Pentel
terms
X.
for objects.
And yet, you were using a colored pencil for how long?
At least since last week.
Because we haven't beaten games in a long time.
Okay, all right. Digimon.
Put Hacker's Memory. Yeah, it'd be.
No, I'm going to put what I put on yours, which was CSHM. Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Digimon. Okay, so Cameron beat Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory twice.
I also beat Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
Me too. I beat Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
You know, why would that be?
Because I had to fucking beat it for this fucking review.
I'm surprised neither of you, Joe, or Cam pushed it back.
Why? I was planning on beating it.
We're tired of
'Cause
pushing
you didn't
games
fucking
back.
touch it till like the last week, Cam. I
No,
was like,
that's a
"Jeez."
lie as well. I had 2 weeks to play it, and I
wasn't
played it.
masturbating, and I did
I
play.
played this game for fucking 2 weeks straight. I just didn't have a whole fucking week off like Joe did, and I didn't beat the game before it was even voted on as
True.
a game.
I had a whole
Confusing
week
it,
off.
Cam. Joe doesn't have a week off. He doesn't have a job.
I have some weeks on. I have a week
played
on this week.
this game
That's what I have.
Like a normal person going
half
to my
full,
9 to
half
5
empty.
job, then coming home and then playing for 4
You
hours
work
to
at
then
7.
7 to 3:30 job. A 9 to 5 is a term that
I know,
people
I'm
use.
fucking with you.
Okay. Anyways,
a normal job,
yes,
normal schedule. Must be nice.
Yeah, actually, it really is
Yeah,
nice.
it really
yeah.
is. Yeah.
It's not a complaint. It's just I can't fucking play a video game for 10 hours straight every day of the week.
You can't.
No.
You pretty much did yesterday.
But that's what I was playing on.
Cameron,
The one
Cameron,
day,
Cameron,
the
Cameron.
one day where I could invest that much time was Saturday, and so
Cameron.
it was all according to plan.
You
Don't
need
know
to
what
get
everyone was all
Fortnite.
worried about.
He already has it.
Cameron, you need to get Fortnite.
I've downloaded.
Why don't you
Fortnite.
play Fortnite?
Well, I might
he
with
does.
Shinru occasionally.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You've never touched it.
You guys. Yeah, I know I haven't touched it because I'm fucking playing 3 other fucking games at the same time.
Oh, man.
I gotta
Yeah,
beat
but
it.
who doesn't have a job right now? Ooh.
Cameron, you're right, but I don't have a job, but actually I do have a job, and I'm making just enough money to get by. So that's not entirely true. I did not quit my job entirely.
Quick, Wakan.
He's translating.
What the fuck was that?
Little click in there made you sound like you're trying to speak Wakandanese or something like that.
Wow.
Denise.
Yeah, that's just racist.
It's not. It's Marvel.
Yeah. Schweiss
They're not
wasn't being
racist.
racist last week either. Here's the deal, Cameron. I am doing other things. I'm not just doing the podcast. I'm splitting podcast time with other time. So
Other time.
Even still, I don't want to play more video games than I have to play for the shows. I don't want to. I can technically. I do have time to do it technically. You're right. So it's not that.
No.
It's not that brick wall again, and you will never hear me complain that I don't have time right now. I have not complained about not having... Have I complained about not having time since late January?
No, last week you did.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Oh, last week I worked at FedEx for a whole week.
Oh, okay. Right.
So during that week, yes, I did not have time. But
No,
But-
there's been other time you've been like, oh, I've been busy writing. I didn't have time.
no.
Yeah,
You've claimed that
Hold on.
excuse
I
more
don't
than
have
once.
time
Hold
to
on.
do things for my
Lies.
other hobbies.
Slander.
It's not slander. This is an actual thing that you have said to the three of us.
Hold on. Time. Maybe I don't use it correctly in a sentence.
Do you know what it means?
I don't want to take up time to do some things. Yes, I do technically have the time to beat all three of the games I have to beat on time by the time they need to be reviewed right now. Okay, so I got that paper fuckero, all right, 1,000-Year Fucks, and then I got Final Fantasy Fucktix Advance 2, which will be beaten in the next 2 weeks. So, actually, I did have 3. I did just beat Digimon. I beat Digimon a day early, man. A day early. I put in so much effort into this game that I beat it a day early. I should be proud of myself. And you know what? I am.
Okay, then.
I'm just saying, I do technically have time, yes.
Okay.
All right?
But
So you
if
will never
there-
hear me complain that I don't have time. You may hear me complain
You may
that
hear
I
me
don't
say that
want
exact
to
thing.
use up that
You mean
time.
you mean that thing that we've all heard
we
you
all
say?
know that that's what it means right now, is that I don't want to do it. So I'm sorry. Extracurricular gaming activities? No. Not unless it's like a multiplayer shooter match. That might be fun.
Fortnite.
That's what Fortnite
I
is.
don't know what
yeah.
the fuck Fortnite is. I'll be honest. There it is.
We'll
I
try it
don't
once.
know what it is.
It's Battle Royale.
It's a battle royale game.
Battle
that's
royale.
cartoonish, but yeah, if there's one way to make playing video games feel like work, it's doing a podcast about them.
Doing 2. Doing
Yeah.
2 is what it is. If I only had the 1, honestly, this would be not too bad, Craig. Wouldn't be too bad at all. And it's not too bad, is it, Craig?
No.
No, it's really not. Yeah.
And I have 2 podcasts about video games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, the one that meets every other month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that one.
Yeah, that's my goal for UFF is to get it right into that.
And it's all about video games that can be played on your phone though too, right?
No, they're on the DS.
These last few just happen to have been phone games, not
Yeah.
actual
Well,
phone
the
games.
the first 3 are on the phone. You can like get them on the phone. That's what
all
I
right.
did.
I got the hog list right here. So I just want you to know, Caleb Craig, that you are in fact tied with Cameron Wilson for second place.
No.
Caleb
Congrats,
Schweiss
Cam.
is King Hog for the week, so you don't deserve that crown at
I
all.
fucking
Craig.
do.
At 6 games
King
beaten
Hog
so far
twice,
this year.
Joe.
And I am at 4 games so far this year in last place, but only by 1. So
Telling me I don't deserve my crown. I deserve 2 rings. All right. We decided.
we talked about rings. We never decided on.
We decided it.
Bullshit.
It was decided at
The rings are
beginning
gonna be real legit too. It's gonna be like
that-
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
rings,
it's gonna be Super Bowl
but
rings.
hog rings with fucking
You
And
guys can
I
pay for
deserve.
with
I
fucking
deserve 2
ruby
of them.
eyes, jade ball sack,
And the
It's great.
person, and we decided also that the person in last place has to pay for him.
Oh no, we didn't decide that. The show was going to pay for it.
Cameron's like, no.
Well,
Joe should be the one worried
you're
about
safe. It was Joe who
I
lost
know.
twice.
He's lost both
that,
times.
That was the joke.
no, you both lost the first time.
No, we tied for
We
last
tied,
place.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you have to pay for half of my first ring.
No, we never decided.
but you don't have
like,
to pay for my second ring.
because those rings are like $80 that we were looking at.
Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Fuck were you guys looking at?
We got
Those
money.
are cheap as
Would have been like
fuck. Super Bowl rings.
Where the fuck are the mood rings store?
No, it needs to be. It needs
We
to have
put
like a
sticker
fucking.
of a hog on
It
it.
needs to have just
No, they-
come on, engraved hog. Remember when I wanted the hog trophy?
It needs to be like a seal. Like I could put my ring in. In
exactly.
some,
That's
like,
what I. That's the
fucking-
idea
yeah.
for it. It needs to be a fucking like he needs to sign his letters with the stamp of the hog.
Yeah, we like mail it out to listeners with the with the seal.
Oh,
the
that'd be
official
perfect.
seal.
We need one.
Yeah.
I don't know why don't we have this? All of our letters.
Because you
used to have
fuckers
that
didn't get me
stamp.
my ring. My 2
Oh,
rings.
God.
I deserve 2.
Would you wear both of them all the time?
I would.
Damn it.
On both my thumbs.
I just want you guys to know that the title for Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory is so long, it has to be spread on 2 pages of our notebook.
Yeah, when you still
have
write
to write it that big, and
when your handwriting
the whole
is basically
title.
a cave baiting back in the dark ages.
I have nice handwriting. Go fuck yourself, Cameron.
It's because the rest of us type.
You know,
faster than
you
we
guys.
write.
Yeah, he's right. He has handwriting that a geriatric could read. He's good. Don't worry about it.
I have nice handwriting. Fuck all y'all. Have you seen these two? I've never seen your handwriting, but these two
it's
have
legible.
the worst handwriting on the goddamn planet. If your name is Caleb and it starts with a K, you immediately have bad
Joe,
handwriting.
You know why? It's because we don't type at 3 words per minute like your ass. So we
Hey,
find it more
that's a lie.
Joe,
time sensitive.
23 words per minute.
Oh,
Thank you
my
very
bad.
much.
We find it more worth our time to type things instead of write. Because we live into the 2000s. You live in the fucking 1700s.
I've met someone who has worse handwriting than Craig. Craig's handwriting looks like he has Parkinson's, but this other guy,
I have doctor's handwriting. Is what I have.
but yours is just average guy handwriting. Guy is someone that's not bad, but it's not pretty. So that's what you
It's
got.
legible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean it's legible?
No one's ever told me my handwriting is really bad. No one's had a hard time.
I just told you your handwriting is
Well, you
really
don't
bad.
count as a person. You're below that. No one that is normal.
He's a soulless ginger, and that's why
Yeah.
it's like a step below.
Yeah,
Okay, whose handwriting is this? I'm holding up a piece of paper right now.
Not mine.
that is not me. That is bad. I think that's Jake.
That's not mine.
Oh, is this Jake's?
Yeah.
I thought it was Craig's.
No.
It looks pretty fucking. Don't,
if it was mine, you wouldn't be
We're
able
not
to read
doing
it.
a handwriting contest because I just need you to write normally. I don't want you to write.
I know.
Telling us how your handwriting looks.
I know.
'Cause that'll make it. You know.
What should I write?
I
You
don't
gotta
know.
find something that we've written in the past, just like not thinking about writing really well.
Just write the title of Digimon and not make it extend 2 pages.
Cameron's is okay.
It's not pretty.
There's no personality in that handwriting, though, in my opinion.
My G's and Y's were all my personality.
Okay.
I have a good looking G and a little curly QI. I'm proud of those 2 things.
I like the tangibility of paper and pen. I really do.
You're just slow. That's why you use it. You don't use it.
No,
'cause
that's
you like
not
the
why. I
tangibility. It
do
is
like the
why.
tangibility. My eyes get tired when I look at screens for too long, too. So I
do
don't
mine.
like typing all day. I really don't.
At the end of the week, I get light sensitivity headaches. I have to have my monitors yellow shifted, so it doesn't hurt my eyes. And I have a legitimate eye problem though too.
You do have the best vision here, though. Except
Not
for maybe
anymore. I feel it deteriorating these past few years.
Mine deteriorated. One of my eyes is not 20/20 anymore. It's like it's the one just below that. Can't remember what
2040
it is.
or 2030.
I don't remember. I don't remember where the numbers go. So it's like one is 2020 and one is like 25/20 or I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know.
Well, 25 out of 20.
It was
would be,
it was an increment of 5 worse than it was
It would be
before.
2015 then.
It would be
Because 25/20
2015.
is
Okay.
more than 100%,
All right.
which is what I think you said you had before, or was it Cameron? One of you guys had like
I had 2013 vision. I had, not anymore. So that was over. That's over 2020 by a bit.
I had one eye when I was a teenager. I had one eye that was better than 2020 and one eye that was 2020, and now it's just shifted. It's just shifted up so that good eye is now 2020, and the other one's like
Yeah.
just less.
I did not take good care of my eyes as a kid. I need to wear sunglasses outside and stuff like that. And
I looked at the sun too many times, probably.
As a blind person, I enjoy talking about eyesight.
I could still see just fine. So yeah, it's still better than Craig, but just no longer superhuman vision.
Craig does not wear glasses, though.
No.
Are you even legally allowed to drive without glasses?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Caleb, are you sure? Because
Yes.
I am almost there.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
mine's only 20/40. I'm not legally blind in one of my fucking eyes.
I'm sure.
I've had a scary moment with Craig in the pilot seat.
Fuck you.
You know, we all, except for me, have. He spared me that.
But you're already dead, remember?
It's true. He killed me. He did kill me, so I guess he didn't spare very much.
Inside jokes everyone's not a part of.
There's not enough of those on Nude Clan.
All of our jokes are that way.
All right, so do we got a question?
We do have a question.
Give us that there question.
We got another would you rather from Corey. He says, would you rather watch your dad or brother masturbate to completion or have them watch you masturbate to completion?
I like how he put the or brother in there just for me.
I have a brother too.
But you still have a dad.
Yeah.
I pick brother. Oh shit, I don't have one.
Well, then you have to go dad.
Well, Caleb's probably already seen his dad masturbate. So.
My dad will die
Greg,
sooner than I will, so
don't make
he can watch
any
me
inclinations
climax.
either way on that. Leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
You have? Yeah?
I
God
won't
damn it.
say anything.
God damn it. Just plead the fucking fifth.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Oh, the pain in his voice. God damn it.
Nobody needs to know about that.
It's making it worse.
I know.
Okay. What would you guys put?
I would watch my dad masturbate. I think I could handle it more than he could. Plus, we're like the same. We
You
look like the
could
same
handle
entity.
it more than he could by beating off in front of him? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I could handle watching him beat off probably because I don't really know him, so like it doesn't matter. It's just seeing some guy beat off. Not that I want to see that,
God.
but although I guess it would work the same way the other way around. I think I would get over it though.
Show Papa how you function.
I don't want to show that because if I have a smaller dick than my dad, I don't want him to know. Because he's like a small guy. Like he's much smaller than I am. Like in a picture, I've got him next to me. His head is like really small. Like his body is really small. So it would just be a damn shame if my dick was smaller than his. So I think I could accept that.
You should Photoshop him into the King's Peak photo. I know. Yeah, it's like Cameron's up there, huge, spectacular. You're behind the little guy next to him, and then your dad is next to you.
Oh, man. Just taking the kids out for a stroll.
Taking the boys out.
They really look like their mom in that case.
My dad's got like a big
Mom couldn't make it
lollipop.
to the top.
Yeah, the old man has a giant lollipop in his hand. Taking the kids up the mountain.
And then Joe, the mom, couldn't even make it to the peak, so she's not in the frame.
Caleb didn't even fucking come. He stayed at camp. So.
I know. No,
Yeah.
did he even go with this to that camping trip?
Oh, King's Peak? I don't
Yeah,
think
no, he
did.
didn't, because that was a 3-day backpacking.
Oh, yeah,
he never
that
came
was
with
just
us.
a
Yeah.
three.
Yeah, it was just
That would've been bad.
the Krager didn't show up.
Elbert was Craig stayed at the camp.
Honestly,
I didn't make it up the mountain
the Kings Peak hike was not bad until the last day. Other than
until
that,
the King's Peak
Yeah.
part. Yeah,
I mean, we could have just slowed our pace a bit, and I think Craig would have been fine.
Yeah, probably. We did.
Back
we took
then.
our time. We took our time too. We could have made it to base camp in one day.
Yeah, we
but
could have. We
didn't.
could have done it all in one day if we wanted to destroy ourselves.
Because we got there like 11.
We're not like that one woman in fucking
yeah, but
jogging
we then
shorts and
collapsed on the ground after making the tent, and then just slept for like 4 hours. Remember, it was not.
That's
easy.
true, yeah.
It was not.
It
yeah.
wasn't as hard as we thought, but then we did pass out.
My
That's
biggest problem was not bringing enough water with me to the top and running out of water like as you're beginning to descend.
I think
and
the
then-
spraining of the ankle was my
Oh
issue.
yeah, I had to duct tape your ankle. I remember that.
Yeah, that was rough.
I
Yeah.
ran out of water too, and I didn't even make it to the top.
It
And
was.
not having water makes it too brutal. I
Oh,
would
and you know
do
how
that
it was
with-
really
yeah.
freezing cold and like windy? It was not that way the whole
No,
time. It
no.
got fucking hot.
Yeah, it was way hot.
Like
up
once
there.
we got past where the air lives,
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
could have
blows.
really used. I could have really used the heat.
it was nice. I'll say
yeah,
it
it
was
got pretty
nice.
warm up there.
But it was like
Yeah, I got pretty nauseous up there, so that was nice. I got
Oh,
something.
man.
I got something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's mental or if it's physical. I get nauseous. Oh, both those fucking
Just take it
high
slow.
ass peaks.
All you had to do was take it slow.
I get
You
a
would've
quarter
made it to
of
the
a
top.
mile from the top, like in terms of elevation at least.
Schweiss
and then
had to
I
wait up
just
top for
can't
me
do
for
it. I
like
can't
20
do it
minutes
anymore.
before I got up there.
yeah, I hung out with
And then
like,
he
some
just like
random people.
fucking glided down the side of the mountain on his way back. I
Yeah,
don't know
just
how he
grabbed
did
like
that.
a giant like slate of rock and just slid it down.
Like on my way down, I was
Pulling it
trying
up.
to be as safe as possible, like because there's no like marked way to go down.
No.
And so I just like land on this car says boulder and just felt it shift forward. I'm looking down at like a 12-foot drop. I'm like, fuck, this is it. But then it fucking slowly shifted back. I'm like, okay, well, that was that. So we keep going.
That did happen a couple times. Yeah.
And then twice rolled. Is that where you rolled your ankle on the way down that?
I think it started hurting on the way up, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
I did fuck it up on the way down.
Yeah, it's on the way down because going up it's easy. When you're going down, you're hopping from boulder to boulder.
Yeah, and they move, and that's when you get fucked up.
Okay, that was a lot of fun. We should do it again.
We should. I think we should plan a summer trip.
Yeah,
Not Kings Peak, but we should go to the.
I'd go to Kings Peak.
We should go to the 14s again.
I wouldn't go to the 14s.
You want to pick a different 14 to try? Those are supposed to be all harder. Albert's supposed to be the easy one, which in my mind is like, what the fuck?
All that was getting to you was altitude, and then it got.
I hope it was just altitude that was getting to me. I hope I'm not like deathly afraid of super heights, but I might be.
It's not really a super height. I mean, it is.
No, I look down at the view and I like, fuck.
I only get that way when I'm like on the fucking edge. If I'm just up on a
Kings
mountain,
Peak
it's fine.
had me because we hit a certain edge and then there was a huge view that you saw. Then
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was
my
great.
legs turned to jelly at that point. I was
There had
like,
been a fire
"Ugh."
in the area before, so it's a little hazy, but other than that, it was great.
That's you don't know how high up it is until you're up there. Then you're like, holy shit. I'm just telling you, Craig.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
Yeah, and I hated that there was a fucking like a viewpoint thing in Horizon Zero Dawn for Kings Peak, and she just fucking went up.
She just went up there, no problem.
And I was like, first of all,
But then,
no.
don't you remember go hiking up Kings Peak? There's that one fucking jogger lady who just like sprints past us. And
No,
then,
there were two other jogger dudes too. They were like,
and then as we're like slaving away, going up, just
Fuck
wiping
you,
sweat
man.
off her brow and stuff, she just glides down.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, did you go to the top? She's like, yeah. Turns around and just like talks, like in a normal voice. And then just goes, I'm like, Jesus Christ. God, eat.
I'm an Olympic runner, by the way.
Yeah, she's an Olympian.
Say
We're just-
something.
She just holds the gold around her neck as she runs.
There's
everywhere.
like 30
At
of them.
least hoping that she'd say something that would make you feel better about it.
Aloy being able to do that's not complete bullshit.
Well,
so.
it seemed bullshit because she like the mount. It wasn't long.
Well,
enough
it's
of a
not.
fucking
Well,
like-
yeah, they're not going to put like scaled exactly mount the fucking King's Peak in a video game. It's not going to be to scale.
The idea that there were 3 people that day that were so fit that they jogged to the top
Yeah.
pisses me off. It
yeah.
honestly like makes me angry.
It
Why?
I'm just gonna do a casual jog strip up the side of this fucking mountain. Just like graceful leap boulder to boulder.
And then it was like, for me, it was like the hardest thing I'd ever experienced in my life.
You didn't even make it to the top, Joe.
I didn't even make it. Oh, God.
How soon before us did you get back to the camp?
It was a while.
And Joe-
you guys took a while to get up there.
And Joe, they didn't even camp. They weren't even camping. They started
Yeah,
at
they
the
just
beginning
left.
of the trail and jogged
what
there.
the shit? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. They jog in from their car and then jog back. Just a casual 15
Just
or so
a day.
miles.
Just a day.
Yeah.
Kings Peak day.
Guys, I don't know.
That's just how bad a shape we're in right now.
Because our camping spot was the 30-mile away camping spot, but there's a closer one that's not really good for like backpacking, and they just jogged the whole way.
What was the name of the town? Was it Leadville?
Yeah, I think so.
Leadville was
Yeah.
the name of the town in Colorado. Might just have to get a place over there. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah. Get all those. Look at all the mountains that I can't quite climb. I can just. I can get pretty high up and then turn around. I know. That's what I know. I can look at those and be like, yes, it's nice. Is that our only question?
Yeah, you want to answer it?
I did answer.
Well,
it.
that was the.
I said my
that's what we
dad's
launched
going to
into.
die sooner. He can watch me jack off. I don't want to
Oh,
see that.
I didn't hear that.
So
Cam.
So my brother watches me, or I watch him.
Yeah.
yeah, which one have you done already? And you can just cross it off the list.
God damn it. God damn it. Do I have to know he's watching
Well, your
me?
brother's probably seen you masturbate.
No,
If
I
what
mean,
everybody else says is true.
it's not.
Maybe not to completion. Then I mean,
Because it's the question, I would assume you know that he is watching you, yes.
Damn it.
so do you want to shame him or do you want to be shamed?
The shaming is only coming from me. So I have nothing to be afraid of.
You never know. Cameron's like, I know. Trust me.
What are you, 4.5?
I don't want to. I don't want to watch. I don't want to be watched. I'm just going to plead the fifth.
No, you can't. It's an either or. You have to answer.
All right. So, I mean, you can't get out of being called gay either way. This is not possible. Can it be like Clockwork Orange with the whole like your eyes are fucking just open,
strapped to a chair, and
because
forced to watch?
if I'm being forced to watch, that's better than me choosing to watch.
Well, you're being forced either way. You have to choose to either do.
So
it
there's a
in
gun to my
front of
head
you.
either way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna jack off. That's it.
Can you jack off, though, with a gun to your head? That's the new question for this week.
Yeah.
I want to go find that out.
Yeah, let's find out. Caleb, grab the gun.
No, not with Greg.
No, with Craig, yeah,
No.
he'll actually shoot it.
Yeah.
What? Fuck you.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's my answer.
All right, fine. Shall we move on to Digimon Cyber Slut Hackers Memories?
All right, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Peggy 12.
Peggy 12.
Oh.
Provisional.
He said it. He's got it.
20th anniversary of Digimon.
This is not the game I played.
It is. It's a game under development, but it's made very. So it actually is now.
Hackers command a a program called Digimon or something.
Or something.
Explore sprawling cyberspace dungeons.
Sprawling.
Sprawling cyberspace dungeons of emptiness.
Slow.
An adventure where the real and digital worlds collide. Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hackers Memory.
Early 2018.
Didn't it come out in 2017, though?
No, it came out in 2018.
It's really from this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's why it was $60.
Yep.
Not that I'm complaining, because it was a great game.
That's why I rented it for free from GameFly.
Woo.
Hey, Cameron, go suck a dick. He said nicely. Craig?
Did he say that nicely? Okay, so Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory is an RPG developed by Mediavision and published by Bandai Namco. It was released for PS Vita first and then ported to the PS4.
Ported
And
from
it-
the PS to the PS.
I don't believe it.
Yep, it was ported, and it was set during the events of 2015's Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. It's just a side chapter of it, you know.
Yeah,
And
just,
that's
another
the
side
way.
chapter.
That's honestly the way that they marketed it from Bandai Namco. There's like it's a side story.
$60 side story.
Yep, $60 side story.
Okay.
The game was given a 35 out of 40 by Famitsu, and it was fourth in sales on when its debut in the UK.
Fourth,
Yep,
by the
fourth.
way, guys. That's not good.
Like I said,
It's
they
like
need
a
to share some
major
of
video
their,
game released every week, and it's fourth.
need to share some of their $Digi with us because we're part of their success.
You don't want no more?
I don't want it anymore. It's too loud.
Give me.
That.
I don't want to mess with the volume the whole game. Or the whole damn review.
We'll do it real quiet.
Well, what's the story about, Craig?
The story is in the last 6 chapters.
6 out of 18.
Yep. Basically, what happens is your character, his account gets stolen by someone, and he joins a hacker group to find out who it was that stole it.
What's crazy to me is your account is stolen, right? This is your avatar or your identity online. And the moment yours is stolen, everyone thinks you're a hacker already. So you're kind of like forced into this lifestyle.
I guess they used his account for something like and that's why he got.
I don't
kicked out
know.
of
It was like, hey, your account's gone. I don't trust you anymore. I had to get a new account without
It was
any
kind of
history.
vague. It didn't say exactly what
Yeah,
happened,
it's
but it
weird,
made it
vague.
seem like they used his account for some kind of crime.
No. What he said at the beginning was he had to use a new account that had like 0 stats. Like it was like brand new account, no history on it. And so everyone thought he was a hacker. And like that's like the thinnest piece of story you can throw at anyone.
You're saying the story
Well,
is
the
thin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, so what happens after that?
After he joins up with Hootie, the hacker team.
Fucking turn off that goddamn music.
No one else can hear it but you.
I know! Turn it off!
I can
No.
hear it.
I already had to go through this whole fucking game with
It's
that
gotta be
shit
part of the
music
review.
on.
What music? I don't hear any music. What are you talking about?
It's the Slayer or the Sepultura's cover band.
Japultura, as you called it.
Japultura, yeah. I'm not trying to say Japs. I'm just saying Japanese, but I can't say Japanultura. It doesn't sound right. Japultura is simple. It's quick.
Okay, we watched a. I went to a Battle of the Bands thing, and Craig was actually there. Who else was there with us?
I don't know.
It was on the Next Big Thing dealio or whatever when I had a band back in high school. And there was a rap group that came on before us that was all Asian.
Oh yeah, I remember that. They were all dancing around and shit.
They were all Asian. And that's not the funny thing. The funny thing is during one of their songs, they were saying jump up and down.
Oh yes.
And I thought for real that they were saying
that.
it must have been the sound, it must have been the way they were enunciating the words. I thought they were saying jump up the Jap. Jump up the Jap. Jump up the Jap. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And I think Craig had to tell me. They're saying jump up and down.
Yeah.
It was funny.
So you've been deaf for a long time then.
Oh yeah. I mean, most of the deafness comes from back then with the playing of the bands, and you don't wear earplugs when you're performing. Come on, guys. That's lame.
It's just what the professionals do is all.
So yeah, jump up the Japultura. Wait, did you cover the whole story?
No. Okay. So
Hurry the
after
fuck up.
well, you fucking interrupted me, you shit. All right. So after the joins Hootie,
Okay, wait for 10 seconds of silence, and then for me to tell you it's time to go back into it. Before
Did you
go
shut
to-
the fuck
yeah.
up?
Yeah. All right.
That's the other opportunity. That would have been okay. Let's
Okay,
keep
it's-
moving on. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Then after he fucking joins Hootie for the 50th time, he goes and has to do a bunch of fucking bullshit side missions from the BBS, because that's technically part of the story.
Yeah. Oh. Don't forget the whole time the story's going on, we get bombarded with these social justice warrior types in this game that are obsessed with the idea that Digimon shouldn't be put into small cages and that they're more than just tools to be used.
Oh, it's almost as if that's the theme, Schweiss.
They're lines of code, and these people are out. There are people in this game that are like, you can't just put them all in one little cage. They're real, man. Like, you're getting too fucking deep into this shit. You need to log off and go into the real fucking world for a little while. Like, these people are insane in this game. They're obsessed with the idea of like these Digimon are real, and like it's just this overbearing.
It's the ultimate like Facebook in the future. The Eden. Yeah. It's just like a virtual reality Facebook. It's like, you mean just like being in the real world where you go to places and talk to people?
But instead, it's a pretend world where you go to places and talk to people.
Yeah, with shitty music.
Because we need one of those. Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
it's a piece of shit.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that theme. It crops up very early and it stays.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that the Digimon need rights?
So part of the plot is that there are Digimon that are trying to fuse the real world with the digital world, and that after that happens, one of the characters, Ryuji, gets taken over in a way by a Digimon called Arcadiamon, and there's a whole fucking thing with that, and yeah. And then there's these things called Eden. Dude, there's so many fucking like side plots. It's ridiculous. So
Just
fucking,
another side plot.
The fucking they're the things called Eaters, and they are the
They
final
eat?
boss. Yeah,
Is
they
that what
fucking
they
fucking
eat?
take over Erica, who is one of the other characters
Don't forget
who has part of her memory in Eden.
Don't forget to eat her
She was in a
bits.
car crash that made it so that she can't retain memories.
So the only natural answer is
So-
for her to dump.
So
No,
yeah,
all
they
that
have to
data
like fuse her
online.
brain
actual
to the
in-game-
internet.
The actual in-game explanation is that ever since the car crash, she can't retain memories because it makes her mind overheat.
Yeah, she gets too much stuff going on her CPU. She
Which
needs
we
to
all
upgrade-
know is bullshit.
She needs to upgrade her CPU, is what it sounds like. If it's
She needs to upgrade to an
overheating.
SSD. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she needs it faster and less heat generated by those.
Then she
moving
turns
parts.
into a butterfly in the Digimon world.
Hootymon.
Yeah, she fuses with Wormmon.
Hoodymon! Yeah, that's right.
Hootie.
Yeah.
Hootie-mon.
God, I was just like the threat of having to fight Hoodymon just became
Hootie. Why don't you
nothing.
fight Hootymon?
Yeah. why
Oh,
would
you don't fight
Hootymon?
Hooty. That's right.
Hootie-mon helps you, Joe.
No, it's still called Hoodymon, which has got like the big tentacle head.
No.
Isn't
No,
it?
No.
No.
What is
Did
it
you even
called?
play the game? Did you have someone play it
I
for
did
you?
fucking play the game. There is video of me playing the
There's
whole
video of
fucking
you
game.
making faces at a screen, but
Yeah,
no video of you
that's-
actually playing the game.
Oh,
I didn't see a controller.
there was a controller. I held it up
Controller
many
gate.
times.
Oh
Controller
yeah,
gate.
yeah. In this world where you don't actually have to see whether or not the controller's plugged in.
It's not plugged in.
It's not even on, Joe. There's a light on the thing there, right?
Buildings just don't just collapse.
Yeah.
See, Joe got quiet. Joe got quiet. He's like, they're figuring me out. Joe never gets quiet.
Jet fuel isn't hot enough to burn to melt steel beams.
When a building falls on top of another building, nothing happens. Okay, Caleb,
What?
I just want to move on.
Oh, well, that was it. I mean, we talked about the whole of the story right there.
So she becomes part of Eden, and she has like Eden's processing power. But then, since she's a part of Eden, the Eaters started becoming part of her, and now the Eaters control Eden. And you have to destroy the Eaters before they
And the
erode all of
Eaters,
Eden.
yeah, and the Eaters want to go to the digital world because she wanted to go to the digital world, and they fused with her. Yeah.
And they want to eat the digital world.
Yeah.
Okay, and you stop them.
Yep.
Good. This is actual recording of Joe sleeping, by the way. This is what he sounds like.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, the reason that he didn't actually know any of this is because he didn't actually play the game.
Yeah, that's
he
my
skipped
theory.
through the cutscenes.
Fuck all y'all.
The cutscenes quotations, and he just let the game play itself. That's literally the definition of not playing a
That's
game.
literally what the game wants. me to do.
No, he got his nephew in there, and his nephew's playing the game. That's why he kept
Oh,
looking
is
down.
that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
that's why he kept looking down.
Yeah,
He's like,
you're right. Because
Yeah,
I
his-
can
his
get my
nephew
nephew
was-
to do anything.
He could.
You want
Who
to play
knows?
a game? All young boys like to play
Did
games.
Joe actually play the game?
Enticing him.
Well, I mean,
Say.
I played the game a month ago, and I remember the story. Joe played
Oh,
it
yeah,
and beat
you-
it yesterday,
I can't remember.
and doesn't
The day
fucking
before
know
yesterday.
anything.
The day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday.
Yeah, because that was a great telling.
And
of what
yesterday, by the
I'm
way,
just saying.
I
When
didn't
you
remember-
spend
I can't
that
remember
long
this
with the
goddamn
game, you got to retain
happened. Oh,
something
he
from
didn't
it.
listen to you, so he didn't spend that long with the game.
He did though. He still had at least 30
He had
hours.
18 less hours than me, the second
Okay,
fastest person.
you know what? You know what your problem was, Schweiss? Both me
Listening to
and a
you?
certain listener named Abrak told you don't do all this stuff. And what did you do, Schweiss? You did all that stuff with the excuse of, well, if this game's going to be 50 hours, I might as well do all this side stuff to make it last 50 hours. As if that's fucking logical.
It is, because you get a lot of XP from the side stuff. Not that you would know, because you didn't do any.
Money.
I did. I did
XP
like 2 or
items.
3 extra missions, Schweiss.
Okay, all right. What did you think of the story, Craig?
I think the story is. I mean, it's basically fucking Blade Runner and fucking Ghost in the Shell, but then they're like,
Oh, no. Let's
make
not
it-
put those in the same sense.
Let's make it shitty, and that's
Okay,
what they
all
did.
right. I'll let you do that.
That-
Yeah,
that's
that's what they
it was.
did. Yep.
Yeah. They
Okay,
took-
all right. I
they
can live
took
with that.
and then they were like, No, let's tone it down and make it shit. So the story is 4.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly because like part of it is that they fucking force shit.
Now, what did you do with it? You pre-ordered this game, right?
He
okay.
played the first
I pre-ordered
game,
it.
enjoyed it to the point where he felt like pre-ordering and paying in full.
I wanted to feel the void in my heart that was left by Pokemon.
You know what you do with that? You just move on. You
I
say, I am a man.
I need a fucking supplement. Is what I need.
Pokemon any longer.
No,
That's what you say. You say, I am a grown man. I don't need to play Pokemon.
I do need to,
Be
though.
a man.
And then you move on.
I do need to play Pokemon, though.
No, you don't.
God
do.
damn, there's so many songs here.
They keep hurting you, Caleb. They keep releasing the same game 5 times.
They do.
Wait, have you played every Pokemon game?
Yes.
Have you beaten all of them?
Yes.
Yes, that's disgusting. And he's waiting for that and using Digimon as a supplemental.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I need more Pokemon.
You know that Digimon is terrible, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Compared to Pokemon, which I also don't care for that much.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Pokemon is the superior. Yeah.
Wow, okay, review's over, guys. Craig, the one who defended playing this game,
I will defend certain spots of this game,
but not the story.
but not the story.
Okay, Cameron, what did you think of the story?
Well, this game really is about you forging bonds with friends and your new friends Digimon. It's a great way to, have a companion that you're there from the first step, and then you bring them up from this little teeny Digimon to this you're feeding them exciting meat. You're doing all sorts of stuff with your Digimon who has
Give
feelings.
them that exciting meat.
I never once fed them.
and their feelings and their wants and desires.
Just be
is
glad you didn't
real
have to take
actual
him to the
Digimon.
bathroom.
And then the end. It's so beautiful when Hoodymon, Erica, and Wormmon. They have to leave. They have to leave
Wormmon,
the
the
world.
most annoying creature on the planet.
And at the end, you have to let your Digimon go. These beings that you love and you forged a bond with. It's just at that moment just brought a tear to my eye. They're going to protect the digital world.
Was it a tear of discomfort?
They're going to go protect that. They're going to go to protect that digital world, and you've done your best to train them.
They
and bring
became the Vanguard.
They became the Vanguard.
Is it really the Vanguard if they're the only ones going into battle, though? I don't think it is.
The story, much like
The
many
Vanguard
parts,
it's a little joke because the Vanguard was just supposed to be like the strongest hacker.
Yeah.
That's what they set it up as with your gay friend, you.
Gay friend, you?
not me, I'm you.
He's me and I'm you.
No,
Who
no,
am
no.
I? You're you. But I am also you.
What's up with the I's and the U's? It's in fucking Final Fantasy Unlimited too.
Yeah, their character named I and you.
Yeah.
They're brother and sister.
Oh,
Then there was
God.
me and you in Rush Hour 3 or whatever.
Anyways,
He's me and that's the joke that I was doing. He's me and I'm you.
they're much like the level design.
Classic
which we'll
film,
get
Rush
into.
Hour 3.
Fucking Digi, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, Cameron. Go ahead.
Anyways, much like the level design, there's a lot of empty parts to the story where they just give you filler stuff, like whole chapters of filler. So, story for me gets a 4.
It is called just another side chapter. So, I mean, it's kind of implies
If they're
that it's gonna be,
calling it out, I mean, you might as well.
it sort of implies it's going to be filler from the beginning. So I feel like lately we've been bombarded with media that is based on like what is alive, what is AI, like what is real, when does it become actually living. And for the first half of this game, I was insulted by
For
the
the
fact
last
that
50
it's.
years, yeah.
I was insulted by the fact that it's in question. I'm like, okay, like these are Digimon in a digital realm.
Yeah, they're just programs.
And people are like, oh, they're alive.
But
they're
Schweiss,
what if-
Schweiss, they come to
What
the
if
real world.
What if the digital
How can they
world
do that if they're only lines
is an
of code?
alternate reality where code lives?
exactly.
it's kind of like where Neo has powers in the real world instead of just the Matrix in the end of the second movie.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a similarity
That dumb
there.
plot line.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. You know how much better the fucking Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions is than this goddamn piece of shit game?
Remember when
Not much more.
Remember when Wormmon?
Oh, no. Quite a bit more, Craig.
No.
Fuck you. Get some
No.
context.
No.
Remember when Wormmon shot you with a sticky web out in the real
Oh,
world?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
real.
He loves
Yeah.
doing that.
His sticky
He loves
net.
spraying
And
his
and
sticky
it's
net on the face.
and it has a smell.
And
Yeah,
he made it.
asparagus,
He
I
made it.
believe.
He made it smell
sticky
pleasant
natto.
and relaxing
It's like a
for you.
bean thing.
Yeah, so I was insulted for a large portion of the game that it's trying to pretend to be Blade Runner, and it's trying to pretend to be Westworld, and it's trying to pretend to be all of these things that are a billion times better than it. And then, of course,
Fallout 4.
then of course the world breaks, and the digital world and the physical world kind of intermingle for a long portion. And you know, I guess if you're stupid, you can be confused as to what's real and what's not real. But there are regular people, and then there are giant beasts that you've never seen before running around the city. I feel like if you were to ask somebody, hey, which of these is real? I feel like most people would be able to tell you, like, that looks a little out of the ordinary. Like that, the giant robot with the like blue or the green arm or shoulder guards that have smiley faces on them. That probably wasn't there before.
Fucking Mega Gargomon, piece of shit.
The story. I don't know if it really takes itself seriously, but I think it kind of starts to near the end. And for the most part, the characters are all pretty bland. There's not really much interesting.
Even down to
Many
the main
interesting
character's
things going
face,
on.
just fucking.
Well, the main
nothing
character,
there.
he looks like he's seen tits for the first time every time you look at him, because he's got that like surprise. He's got the super wide-eyed look, and then he has the super wide-eyed with like the tiny little smile.
Yeah, and he has
look.
like no nose, no other features.
Yeah.
Boink, boink. Boink, boink.
And then the music makes the. I know I don't want to fuse. Oh, is this gameplay we're doing?
No,
We're
story.
okay.
Story.
I was wondering why the 4 was so far down the page there.
Sorry.
The
Gotta
music kind of affects the story, and this is a weird thing, because whenever we get like a large block of they're going to be sitting in Erica's room talking about shit that I don't care about, we get the same
We talk about what you already talked about.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about like anime.
Repetitive dialogue. Yeah. Real fucking bad.
I don't know what it is
It's
about.
an anime trope.
I don't know what it is about that though. You don't have to explain to the viewer. You know what? I know what it is.
It's
It's
a
because
bad
it's made
writing
for
trope.
children.
Yeah.
And children need to be things explained to them more than adults.
I mean, I talked to Persona 5, by far a better game than this, had the same thing where you'd all get together, discuss a topic, and then the one character will make a loud noise, and I would get mad at him, the whole thing, and then you'll talk about the thing again, just, right from the fucking beginning, and then you'll go home, and guess what? You got a text about the thing now. So it's an anime thing to just keep fucking talking and talking and talking about a subject.
They must live very boring lives over there, because like
It's
there's something exciting
It's
happens.
to
and they just-
simulate having friends.
No, here's what I.
It's to simulate having people who care about you and want to
Yeah.
talk to you all the time.
What it is
Sorry,
is
it's what it is.
It's like a world where, and this world is this way too. Many gaming
God,
worlds
sorry, it got away from me. I try
that
to
I've-
keep that idea down. I do.
that I've run into is it's like they're creating a world. They're creating a world that
You don't like simulating friends, Game?
No, because I have friends. I go talk to them when I want. I don't need to pretend friends to like talk
Are you
to
saying
me.
that people who play a lot of JRPGs don't have very many
No,
friends?
I'm not trying to
And
get at. But
Yes,
that's
you
what
are,
it is.
Cameron. Don't fucking lie.
Is that what you're saying right now?
No,
Like-
I'm not saying that. I'm saying some people
Not
enjoy
out
it.
loud, anyway.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
The world is created as if machines wiped out the entire world, like an alien life form, and they replaced everything with like robots, and the robots are pretending to be human beings, and like your character is the only actual living human being, so he's seeing these interactions that are just not quite right. Something's just a little bit off, but your guy is just too stupid to realize it. That's what this whole game is. It's people not acting like real people, and like acting as if like a robot or like some alien life form that didn't know much about people like created a fucking robot, a line of robots that pretended to be people and were almost there, but just a little bit off. They were just missing something. And that's what this entire game feels like to me. It feels like just people that are just, they were programmed. So they don't quite make it. They're not quite there. They're close, but they're just not. And it's fucking awful.
What do you give story?
I'm going to give story a 4 as well.
4 as well.
It's fucking boring. The only character that's interesting is the fucking blonde guy.
What's that?
The blonde
Chitose
guy?
yeah. He's the only one that seems different than anybody else.
Why? Because he goes after chicks a
Yeah.
lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems semi-real.
I am going to make the sin of comparison, and the comparison will be with a game with another story that had a lot of similar aspects to it. So not only was it an RPG, not only was it anime style, but it also had these moments where the characters would there were different types of cutscenes. It was kind of variants. All these characters would come in and have fun little conversations together, and a lot of it was character building with personalities and stuff like that. It was called Tales of Zestiria, and it tried to do the same thing. It tries to do everything that Tales of Zestiria
A lot
does.
of newer games, like anime games like that, have like done the visual novel style.
But the problem is,
cutscene,
Craig,
I don't like it.
is that they're bad at it.
Oh, I know.
The game,
the visual novel thing in general is terrible.
I don't think it's that bad when the characters are really good, but the characters are not good in this game.
Tales of Zestiria is so much better.
I did, Craig. I did in fact read the cutscenes up until about chapter 7, and then I realized nothing fucking matters, and then I kind of just quickly pressed X and tried to gain as much information through like staring at the screen blankly as I could. The story was so fucking boring. The characters were either annoying or two-dimensional or just like eye candy in quotes, because it's not really eye candy when they're like
because you're not a rapist.
anime weird
No.
things.
There's no
Oh,
kid.
there are some
there's like
titties.
some floating
No kid.
tits.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and the blonde inspector lady.
that's
whatever,
the person I'm
Yeah,
talking
she was
about.
Tits McGee. That's
She had that fucking
McGee,
rape me
yeah.
look on her face too.
Whoa.
No.
what?
Look at her
Rape me
face.
look?
Look at
Oh,
it.
is that what you just?
Oh,
No. Okay, that was not what I intended to say.
That
the
is
puss
what you
face.
said, though.
What is her name?
Rape me face. I think that's what her name is.
Date.
No,
that
it's not
not
Date. That's the police officer.
It doesn't. Okay, here's the.
Oh, you're talking about
Blonde
the
hair girl.
Oh,
The inspector.
I don't remember.
The private investigator.
Anyways, she
or
had
whatever.
this like look on her face where her mouth was like slightly open, like she's like, ha, ha. I don't know what it is. It's eye candy. That's what it was.
Okay. Anyway, and
Reviewed it as
your
that.
own character is also dull and fucking boring and flat.
Yes.
Because there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
there. It's
yeah.
just like he's
you.
Link, so
He
he's
has
just
the
dot, dot, dot,
blandest
man.
face in the world.
This entire game's story, in the parts where I was trying to pay attention, was fucking boring.
And it bombards you with nothingness.
And it was just nothing,
it
and it's
throws-
long too. It wasn't like, and I was thinking like, even me, as bad of a writer as I know that I am, I would never write something that went on this fucking long with this little substance. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck let this happen? Who was like, yeah, let's do this, and not give them the option to skip a cutscene?
Yeah, and you know what?
Who did that?
Joe and I spent
don't
Joe
know.
spent more time with Tales of Zestiria, and it does there's a lot of dialogue in that game, but it's good.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it in the beginning for the same reasons
It's
why
at
I
least
don't
mildly
like-
entertaining.
Yeah, the
This is
characters are
not.
interesting. The characters are very distinct. You can tell who's talking based on just the style of words. If you were to just read it and not have any faces to go with, you could probably tell who was talking in Tales of Zestiria. And this, I would have no fucking clue.
This is a game made for kids. That's what I came out. It's a kids game.
I played
Kids
good
have
games
higher
as a fucking
substance
kid.
stuff to play. Yeah, I don't buy that. Here's the thing: it does have a story. It tries to have a story. It tries to have good characters. They're just really bad at it. They go way too fucking long. They don't have a fucking editor in the house anywhere. So I will also give it a 4 out of 10. But the experience was that of a 1 out of 10. So whatever, fine.
4 for effort. Is that
I'll
what
give
it
it a
is?
4 for effort. Assholes. All right.
Wow, 4s
gameplay.
across the board.
Tell us about how the game plays, Craigert.
Oh, I have to go first. I want.
You fucking nominated this piece of shit.
Yeah, I may have nominated
Yeah,
it,
you-
but it is you who must
You
tell
bought
me
it
your experiences.
Before it came out, and you beat it before.
I
you
may
had
have bought it before
nominated.
it came out twice, but
You-
you paid more for it than I
I
did.
haven't paid a dime.
And you will.
I will pay
You
half
will.
of what you paid.
No, you will pay me
And
$30.
you will accept it,
as
and-
everyone has agreed.
You will say thank you,
You kind of did get yourself locked into
And
that
then
one
I will
twice.
say
You
You're
said
welcome,
$30, and you agreed because you said it first, and then you said that
We never
in front
shook
of
hands.
in front of all of us.
I haven't touched your hands in a long time. They were soft last time. That's all I remember. Way softer
a verbal
than mine.
a verbal agreement, a verbal contract is still valid.
Yeah. Plus, it's also written
If
down in
there
the
are
chat.
witnesses, if there are witnesses to it.
I don't remember any witnesses.
You don't remember Cameron
It
and
was
Joe?
on the show, dude.
I like how he said Cameron and Joe, but he pointed at you when he said Cameron and Joe.
Yeah, do you
Yes.
remember who's who, Caleb?
I do remember.
Who am I? Am I you?
You might be, yeah.
Yeah, there's a before we move on too much, there's a part in the story where you find a character that is like masked, and his name is Kay, and he's doing all this evil shit basically. And then like as he's pulling off his mask, I was like, he's gonna be me, and he pulls it off, and he's me. But then the best part is that later you find out that he's the character, the gay lover that wants to fuck you in the ass the whole game, your best friend.
No,
He's gay as the
I
days
know,
long. He
but
wants
he-
to stick it up you.
he doesn't want to. He does.
He does.
I'm not gonna
He
say
wanted
it.
to. He was like,
I'm
he
not
took you
gonna
on a
say it.
date and
I
said,
don't-
"You can play the girl and I'll play the boy." I was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And he's like, "We can hold hands now, but we won't kiss. Don't worry." I'm like, Like if this was with you guys, I'd be like, okay. I mean, I wasn't planning on kissing. I mean, I don't want to touch your hand either. Like,
Why do you have to bring it up if it was with us?
well, like it's
I'd
like
hold
these
your
are-
hand.
I mean,
guys,
if I
don't worry
did this,
about it.
if we tried this,
No, if it was me and Schweiss, you would expect sex. I think that's all I was saying. It's just a physical thing.
Yeah, it's not you, it's me. But no, and then the guy takes off the mask, and it's you. And then I sang
why
the,
you?
It was set up to be you the whole time, though.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, you
Kay
could
always
tell.
had used mannerisms and the little dark voice that was talking to you all the time.
Yeah, sure. But the funny part was, is I sang the Metallica line, the "I'm inside, open your eyes, I'm you," and then it was me, and then it was you. I was like, yes, yes. It was so stupid, but I was like spooging, like, oh yeah, fucking called it, fucking stupid. So it's you, and then there's another character that's called Me, and it's MEI, so it's
May.
probably May.
Yeah.
And then Cameron on the stream yesterday, he was like, all right, who would you fuck in this game if you could? And I was like,
Who would it
Yuko
be?
easily. The
I
chick
didn't
with the
say
black
like
hair.
like that. But chick with the black hair, Yuko.
Chick with the black hair. I was like instantly, and then I said I would probably also fuck you because he's me, and I would fuck me because she's also me. That's just beating off. Right?
Oh God.
So the streaming and the joking was way more fun than the game ever could be.
Can you explain the bowling balls?
Okay, so there's a scene where you go
And
into
I knew
the,
they wanted my reaction out of it. I gave them nothing. I gave them.
You
absolutely
didn't
nothing.
know, you fuck. You didn't know it was happening.
You're just soulless. We went into the.
I don't have to sexualize everything I see.
It sexualizes itself.
That was
Just let Wise take it away, please.
Unlike you guys, I don't take a young girl and sexualize everything that happens to her.
This is what anime is. But anyway, we go into the world, and the eaters are kind of taking over, and and of course Erica has
The
these
eater
weird
bits.
like balls around her.
The eater bits.
Yeah, the eater bits that kind of they look.
Say that real fast.
They kind of remind
eater
me of
bits,
the
maybe?
little claw things that Dr. Octopus has, but they're not attached to anything. And you go and you fight the giant a giant testicle monster, and you beat him, and then suddenly the balls, the eater bits around Erica start freaking out, and they start spinning around, and then they go, and then they start like trying to morph to her, but one of them's like in between her legs, and it's like, and at first it's just kind of like motorboating her down there, and then it like starts pumping, and then it goes in. And Joe and I were laughing our asses off at this, and we have some highlights we put out on Twitch. We'll have to like tweet them out. And it is very sexual. At first, it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like a motorboat. Like
Well,
you're just kinda
it's
like,
all
ugh.
the balls are going around here, right? These big like bowling ball things.
Yeah,
are just
but
like
And they're
sticking
kind of
to her
attaching.
body, and they're vibrating or whatever. But then the one in between her legs is extra angry. It's like it's giving its all, and the other ones are just kind of hanging out in comparison.
And this one pumps and it gets in. It goes inside.
It's the one that does the
I'm
bidding.
pretty sure that's what killed her. I don't think she. I think at that moment
That's the one that took control.
that bowling ball fucked her to death in that scene. That's what we witnessed, a death via
Jesus
bowling
Christ.
ball insertion.
You are not prepared for it. If you watch the clip,
He was melding with the digital world while being in the physical world.
It was fucking her. Is
digital.
what it was doing. The rest of them were melding. Sure, I can. All of the ones above the waist, they were just attaching. This one was like going up in there, and it went like it was like, and then she like, and that's what made her transform. So I think she died.
that sound was not right.
Yeah, I think that's what killed her.
That sound?
Yeah, that sound. It was the end. So yeah, that scene was.
Too much.
Yeah, I was not
It's too
expecting
much.
that.
All right, gameplay. It's a turn-based battle system. It's pretty much a rip-off of FF10, but you got monsters instead of your own characters.
Yeah.
You gain abilities and shit, and then you have to go into instead of just being able to do this in the fucking menu, you have to go find a goddamn phone, like a telephone line, and then get into the Matrix in order to go into the Digilab, and then you can mess with your shit. Evolving Digimons is not like evolving Pokemon, so it's like
Yeah, it's not like when you hit a certain level, they just become the next thing. You have to physically choose which one you want it to become because each Digimon has a tree of which of what it can be go into next.
yeah, and they have to grind ability points for some, and in order to get ability points, they have to switch over into different Digimon, so you have to devolve sometimes to revolve later, and it's just a grind fest to get your guys up to megas, which if you got some megas in your party, you should be able to beat the fucking game. On top of that, the types in this game, so in FF, it's usually like, lightning, elemental stuff. They have elemental stuff, somewhat important, but not as important as the type, and there's 3 types, and these guys were trying to explain this to me the other day, like deeply, and I just had no fucking idea what the fuck they were talking
just
about.
telling you who's weak to what.
Yeah, we were fucking explaining rock, paper, scissors to you.
I had to get onto the game in order to figure out what the fuck you were talking about. So on the type, there's like spooge type,
Yeah.
and then there's like pollen type, and then there's block type. I don't know what are they actually called. It's vaccine.
It's funny, 2 of them
Vaccine,
kind of
virus, and data.
2 of them kind of look spoogey. One of them looks like the spooge just splattered really heavily against something, and the other one's just like a trickle of spooge. And then the box in which you're spooging into.
Yeah, or like eye drop,
The
I would call it.
Digibox?
Yeah,
sometimes.
eye drops. Yeah,
Eye
the
drop.
Digibox.
Dr. Schweiss,
So-
your spooge professional.
All you have to do to beat something in this game is just to have at least 2 of the thing that is the opposite of the other thing. So vaccine type, rapes, fucking pollen type, virus type. Thank you. And then virus type, for some reason, blocks don't like viruses. So whatever.
Data. Your virus
Data.
Data
infects
doesn't
data.
like virus.
All right. So data doesn't like virus, but then vaccines don't like data, which
Yeah.
I found odd.
Yeah,
but
that's the
That's
odd one.
makes sense.
That's
whatever.
The weird one.
And you get more memory as you go along throughout the game, so that you can get more and more Digimon into your party, or more of bigger types.
Higher
and then
evolved
eventually you
Digimon
can have
take
like
more.
a good solid party of like 9 Digimon that you can cycle through, and you should be able to beat pretty much anything in this game. That's the normal part of the game. It's just a sort of turn-based battle system type of thing, and that's fine. It's just fine. It's not really a spectacular version of a turn-based battle system. It's pretty standard. But it's super easy. This game has almost no challenge in it. I had 3 bosses that I was sort of stuck on. But all I had to do was like get the right types on one of them, and then the other ones I had to get the right types to a certain level. And it wasn't challenging in any way. You just have to have the right Digimon against the Digimon that you're fighting against. There's no skill involved. There's no strategy involved or anything
Well,
like that.
I mean,
and then,
there
Craig,
is.
are you ready for it?
There is, though.
Are you fucking ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Then in the menu, in the battle system, there's a little circle on the side that has the different moves you can use, different menus you can go into in order to do whatever attack or items or whatever. And then there's a little thing that says press select to auto battle. Now, in most games that I've played auto battle on, and people have been defending the shit out of auto battle games because I guess everybody wants to suck the dick of Persona 5, a game I have not played, so I will not say anything, but a game that auto battles to the point like this game does is not a fucking game.
Yeah.
So, in FF4 on the remake on PSP, I did use the auto battle like crazy, and I praised it because I used it to my advantage.
You technically used it to your advantage in this too.
And the thing is with that FF4 thing, whatever the character's last move was is what he keeps doing during auto battle. He does not think for himself.
Persona 5, when you do auto battle, all they do is a basic attack.
Okay, Persona 5, all they do is a basic attack. So, if you're not paying attention, you could get fucked over in those games. But in Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, it does everything. It does everything. If you have a healing ability on your Digimon, and it gets below a certain point in their HP, they'll heal. And every Digimon will do the best attack they can against the creature that they're fighting against.
The game wants you to not play the game.
Literally wants you to not play the game at all because it will play it, first off, better than you ever will and faster than you ever will. And you will never run into any problems. One, because the game is fucking easy, but two, because it picks the best fucking...
Not every battle, but most
best
every
fucking
battle.
thing in the world. Cameron, the only goddamn thing... I played the first few battles of this game without, like, reading the whole menu thing. I played that manually, sure. And it was still super fucking easy. But then when I found out that the thing... Cameron, I didn't have to use anything but items.
So,
every once in a while to heal my guys or to get fucking status effects off.
During that one fight when she had the tentacle head and she had the two eaters that were protecting her, the Hootie Mon
you had to manually attack.
You had to manually.
Yeah,
or else
let me tell you about the amount of challenge that fight had. Oh wait, no, it didn't have fucking.
The only hard part was pressing that button in time to stop him from attacking the one that was already almost dead.
This is the.
That was the difficulty. He was like, "Oh shit."
So not only did I just have to mash X through the cutscenes to get to the gameplay, Craig, but then the gameplay let me skip the gameplay. It didn't let me skip the cutscenes. It let me skip the gameplay. And for the fuckers out there who say, "Well, you're gonna say the game sucks because of the auto battle," fuck you. You're using the auto battle. Let me say something, okay? All right. Just because I take advantage of tax laws does not mean that the tax laws should not be changed.
Well, Joe,
it does not mean that the tax laws are bad. It means I took advantage of them because it's fucking telling me to take advantage of them.
Well, it's a little different here, Joe, because...
No, it's not different. The game fucking blows ass.
Shut up. Okay.
God,
so the difference here, though, the difference here is you actually have to understand tax laws to take advantage. But for this, you just have to press start. You don't actually know the game.
Hey,
you just press
Hey, Cameron's right. The final boss of the game in one of the forms, you can't use auto battle because they'll keep attacking a guy that you can't attack.
Yeah, you can actually because I did it.
That's the only moment. Did you really?
Yes,
How did
I did.
that happen?
It just happened.
How did they switch targets? He was still alive, so they kept on using the one
they
target.
picked it randomly,
They picked
but
it random.
but he would be in the rotation.
It always picked it for the lowest health one for me. That's why I did it myself.
Yeah, it did the lowest health one.
For me,
as
it would
well.
be random.
Huh.
It'd be either that guy or that guy.
So you just took longer?
Yeah.
'Cause you were
No,
lazy?
I noticed they were doing that, so I stopped.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
You're like, oh, I don't have to play. And then you sat back and started beating
No,
off
seriously.
So
There were battles like grinding and stuff. I would just grind and watch a TV show at the same time.
I did some grinding and I went and took a piss. And I just turned the volume up a little bit so I could hear like when the battle ended. I like did the function call. I started the next fight and I turned options on and let it fight. And I would hear the little victory music, press X a bunch of times so I heard the map music go. Fucking in there pissing. And it's on the stream too. I just walked in, Fuck it, I'm gone. You hear the stream going. I'm pissed.
Streaming on the stream.
Streaming on the stream.
Oh
I'm
my
still
God.
playing the game as effectively as I would have sitting down in front of it.
Here's
what this is.
It lets you skip the battle, won't let you skip the goddamn cutscene though. That pisses me off. Like
You
I
can
got to
spam
fucking
through 'em, but
I got
yeah.
to fucking like I got carpal tunnel from the fucking cutscenes, and then I didn't even have to touch the controller for the battles.
Put
Oh,
some
you got
mileage on
carpal
the
tunnel
next
from the
button.
cutscenes because you didn't fucking read it. You were just
You're
pressing
right.
X.
Caleb, I told you. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong about
No,
that.
no. See, that's the thing though, is because you gotta read it. Otherwise, you're not actually playing the game.
Because otherwise,
Because otherwise, you're not playing the game at all.
No, you're still playing.
No, because you're pressing X. You're not reading the story, which is half the game. And then
then-
he's skipping the game.
And
so
then-
he's skipping
Hey,
literally
you know what?
everything
Craig?
other than moving from place
Craig?
to place.
I gave this game fucking like 18 hours to give me a good story, to like get me in. All right, I don't think.
no, you
I don't
didn't.
think that's like
You gave it
I
the
don't-
title, and
that's
then
not
you were
true.
done.
That is not fucking true.
Yes, it
That
is.
is not fucking true. You can look at the goddamn streams if you want to.
You know, I was annoyed the moment that the game loaded up and it made that little bring noise. I was like checking data. I was already like triggered. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I gotta play
yesterday,
this.
yesterday on the stream, someone joined and goes, "Hey, that hitting the X button for the dialogue sounds like Mario jumping on a Goomba."
And it does, yeah, the little.
I'm like, I can't get rid of that noise anymore.
All right. There is only one aspect of this game that I found enjoyable. That I found mildly enjoyable. It wasn't like the funnest time of my life, but it was actually a thing where I had to have some strategy. There are these occasionally you get these like tic-tac-toe-y sort of battles with like a bunch
the
of different
domination
guys,
fights.
the domination
Yeah.
fights. And you have to get a certain amount of points by hitting certain parts of this map. It's almost like a FF Tactics sort of thing, but then like you're warring for certain tiles that are worth a lot of points, and then you go into the regular auto battle, whatever, and you win it every fucking time. There's no way to lose that, by the way, at all.
If your types are wrong, you can lose it.
I don't know how you did. You lose?
No,
Okay, all
I
right.
never lost a single fight.
I didn't either.
Anyway,
But if your types are wrong, you can lose it.
So-
That's the only thing about those battles is you can't switch out your Digimon. So the three you go in with are the three you have. And
well,
if you fight someone,
my
who's strong
default
against
was
you,
to have one of each type in
right,
my party,
which is generally what you want to go with.
yeah. So,
But sometimes you hop in with Platinum Suckamon on accident.
Yeah, or every time that we were watching, and you would get killed.
Yeah, why
Anyway.
did you do that? You like waited till you were in the battle with Platinum Sugamon to change him out, which takes a turn.
I know. Because sometimes I like the extra XP that they'll give you. And so what I
But
did
you have
also
to have
did
them
in large
in
battles.
the fight
right.
to do
Well,
that.
sometimes when I'm really close to beating the Digimon, I switch out to have my Platinum Suckamon so I get all the XP.
I thought about doing that, but then I was like, I'll just have two Platinum Suckumons and then one of the cube
I only
type,
ever ran two.
so that I can just basically fight anything regardless. And I did Platinum Numenons eventually,
But Platinum
which
Suckamons have
are
huge defense.
for those who are wondering what the fuck we're talking about are the Digimon that give you extra XP and are kind of harder to get.
Aren't they is that the Kanye West mon, or is that something else?
It's the silver Kanye West mod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kanye West mod. I still don't get it.
The ones with like all the jewelry and they're all blinged out. I call them the Kanye West
Oh wow.
mon.
Okay. All right.
That's one of them.
You were like saying they're big headed and
Oh, Joe, what are you fucking
Kanye
saying
West,
that
man.
for?
I don't respect Kanye West that much. Sorry.
Oh.
I think he's a moron. Anyway, and I think his music sucks. God damn it, he is terrible. Why do people listen to Kanye West?
I don't know.
I like the Gold Digger song, but that's because of Jamie Foxx. It's not because of Kanye West. Anyway, all right. So here's the deal. That's the one part of the game that I find enjoyable. So everybody wants me to rip on this game. I feel like I've ripped on it enough. Look, it's a shitty fucking game, and here's the problem: it's too goddamn long too. So it's not only that okay, it's not shitty. It's like mediocre with auto battle. So that's bad, but it's also at least a 33-hour game. I beat this game as fast as I fucking could. So I'll say it's at least a 33-hour game. And
Did you skip all the extra missions as soon as possible?
I only did missions that were listed as important. So I only did the
I didn't
required
even
missions.
know there was an important task.
Yeah, I know,
like,
Jake. I
midway
know.
through.
Kanye doesn't wear that much
And
jewelry.
then there was a point to where I wanted to do all of the side missions, but I'm like, I don't have time for this. And so
What's the one that has the Crunk cup? What's that guy's name? The guy who like
What the fuck?
the rapper that has like his teeth are all gold, and I know this is like half of them, but
What's a crunk?
it's the cup that you get really wasted on. Like he has like a golden goblet that's like his.
I don't fucking know. I'm white.
That guy, whoever that guy is the blah
He's
blah
white
blah.
and he has a good taste in music.
Mon.
I know Chingy.
I guess Chingy would work. Little John, that's who it is. Little John is it's Little John Mon.
All right.
That's who it is. 'Cause he's all blinged out.
Yeah. Gameplay, guys.
You listen to more rap and shit than I do.
I do listen to more rap than you do. Yes.
I don't listen to fucking anything. It's like Eminem, the white guy. That's it. As fucked up as that is, that's basically it.
All right.
Maybe some Cypress Hill.
I'm giving gameplay because
Thank you.
I don't know where to put in the score chart where to put in this game is too fucking long for how mediocre it is.
Probably replayability.
Replayability?
Yes.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to give gameplay a solid 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Look, it's not horrible. It's not unplayable. It is just fucking dull. With one good aspect in it, and that's the domination battles, which could have been better, to be honest. They could have been a little bit more challenging and interesting, but instead, they're not. Because you can auto-battle through every fucking thing in this game. All right, I'm done. It's you guys now.
All right, so my biggest problem with the game is the fact that it's too easy.
Exists.
Well, I guess.
That I
easy.
paid for it,
The
but not
fact-
really, because Caleb was going to pay for it because I'm an asshole.
What? Yeah. Oh, you mean
Yeah.
that you're going to give me $30? Yeah. Okay. It's the fact that this game is too easy. So literally every fight can be beaten by pretty much any Digimon if it's a high enough level. Like, and there's no real challenge to it, which is honestly sad considering that there is like a lot of stuff in the game that could make it a fun game to be like setting up your guys, because like every Digimon has certain abilities that it has, like there's the bonus XP in battle ones, and then there's like certain ones like Cam had the Omnimon's Wart, which had like boost your team's defense by like 10% and stuff like that.
Omnimon's wart. Whoa.
Omnimon's Wart.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a penis with a wart on it.
Oh yeah, there's Chodemon, the mushroom.
Yeah, Chodemon.
So
He puts you to sleep too. That's some good D right there. Fucking lights out after you get that bad boy.
After he pops his load.
Once he does, you're sleeping.
Gives
and
you the
there's-
spore.
Then there's that one moment where the coffee dude uses the Chodemon and to make you go to sleep to take your memories away. So, you don't remember what happened that night.
The fucking roofie.
Yeah, fucking
Roofymon.
and it looks like oh shit, what's that comedian's name? What's that guy? The guy who did the Quaaludes, the fucking shit.
God damn it, twice.
It's the guy, you love him. It's the black guy, the older guy, who like got accused of rape a few years back. He's
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
You couldn't think
Cosby
of
Mon.
You couldn't think of Bill Cosby.
I don't know. I was lost. Sometimes you
Oh,
just
did
can't.
you think it was the guy from?
I
Black
thought
Panther?
it was yeah. Michael B. Jordan
Michael B. Jordan.
and his fucking Quaaludes. It's all over the internet.
Dude, you could have just said fucking sweaters and we would have got it.
That's who you see right as you're passing out in that seat. He's like, hey, and he just
Look, I find him. He is funny.
He is very
He is
funny,
not a
yeah.
good person. No, he is not.
Bill Cosby.
Don't say you love Bill Cosby.
I like his comedy.
I do not love Bill Cosby, but I can still listen to his comedy.
Hey man, I don't know what happened. Never know. There are lots of times where I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I wasn't there. It's not my place to judge.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus, man.
What? It's easier to pay people to be quiet. Like it's happened. It's been a thing for years. It's been a thing for ever since like celebrities were a thing. Like paying people to shut the fuck up because it's easier to like pay them to like not make it a big deal for your image than it is to make it a big deal. But I mean, he probably did it because there are a lot of people that said he did it.
He did it.
So
He did it.
Yeah.
but yeah, the Quaalude Mon was something else in this game. Something else.
Wow.
Let's just let Schweiss go.
He did wipe your memory too. He did wipe your memory. So
I don't remember this fucking game. Like,
yeah, he
hardly at
wiped
all.
Joe's memory too.
I'm not sure if that was a story
No,
mission or not.
you know why he wiped Joe's memory? Because the digital realm and the real realm have become one.
Oh my god!
So he came in and
I dumped my memories in the game.
yeah, that's right. You're overheating, so you had to pour them on a server, and you forgot what the URL was, so now you can't access them.
He had to forget the game in order to survive.
There's that part at the end of the game. She's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be a memory now. You know, the hacker's memory." I'm like, just like this game, it's gonna go and just gonna remain in my memory. It's just gonna be a thing that I did once.
It's sad, yeah. It's going to be a thing where I'm going to stick a tiny screwdriver up my ear and just try to stab the part of my brain that's storing hackers' memories.
Just get the Chodemon to delete for you so you can experience it again. So you can sell your experience to someone else so they can experience it like it was their own.
That's right. March of 2018, I just can't remember. I don't know what happened.
What's really messed up is that not only there's that one map where they had that really special coffee and he lets you drink it. It's super expensive, but then he takes your memory of it to sell it to rich people so that they can have the memory of drinking that coffee, but you don't have it.
Did you pay attention to the missions?
Yeah, for that one.
Oh.
Anyways, the girl who put the mission up for you, she really loves coffee, and so she's the one who pushed you to go try it. Well, he didn't just take the memory of drinking that coffee from her. He took away her love of coffee, and he changed her personality.
He literally took away the love of the thing that he sells to make money. This is why Japan has a horrible GDP ratio.
That's messed up.
Because they do shit like this.
No.
You don't want coffee anymore. I don't want you in my fucking
the
store.
memory of having the orgasmic coffee. He took away her love of coffee. He took away a part of her.
Yeah,
she'll never get that back. That's a fucked up part.
There was another fucked up part where it was a kid that was getting picked on all the time. This is one of the other missions. And, he took control of them and made them walk off a building, and like their bodies were splattering. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is dark.
I knew something was going to be like, oh, just kidding, because the game would have been rated M.
I was like, how did they get away with this? I was like, Jesus, you could hear them thudding against the ground.
So after that mission, that was when I decided to stop paying attention to the
that was
cutscenes.
maybe like a turning point. Like
that was the turning point,
serious.
because I was like, this is a fucking waste of time. This is a fucking waste of time, because they were like, oh, look, this serious plot line for a second. I'm like, something's up. They're gonna switch it. And then they fucking did. And I was like, I'm not gonna read anymore. I don't give a shit.
Dude,
I don't give a shit about what happens in this
of
fucking
waste.
game. So thank you for reminding me of that. I had forgotten that completely.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is someone's doing a bad thing, you beat them once, and all of a sudden everything's forgiven? What? You have a Digimon who's basically kidnapping people and holding them against their will. You beat him once and tell him you can't do things like that. And he says, okay, it's all better from here on out.
Well, he has code. I mean, you are his master.
God.
It's not like they really have sentience.
The whole point of the game, Schweiss, is to show you that they're monsters from a digital world and they're real things.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
the point
not
of the
real
game.
because they listen to you and you give them a command like that. The game
After
shits
you
on
beat
itself.
them,
The game shits on its theological.
After you prove that you're superior.
That's true. Yeah, you tell them. I'm not going to go any more than that. But the gameplay for me, honestly, I don't know anything. I didn't know a single name of a Digimon coming into this game. Not a.
You didn't know Agumon?
No, I didn't know what his name was. I had no fucking clue. No fucking clue. Did
You know
I even
what? I
use
don't blame
my?
you.
Did I even use my Agumon in the end? Like, was he part of the tree that I used?
No.
I made him a Suckamon, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So he's not even there. He's my starter is like what kind of game is that? Where your starter?
No, yeah, your starter.
Yeah, he didn't make it in game with me.
So the most exciting part about the game for me was discovering new Digimon.
Yeah, that was mine
being
too.
like, okay, this image looks like a monkey with a microphone, and hey, it's a monkey with a microphone. I hate that guy, but the Edamon dude. So for me, that part was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed taking the time to go through and.
My most enjoyable part was grinding out the Omnimon's Vort, just because you had to level your Digimon up, devolve them, level them up, devolve them a few times so their ability goes up. It's just the sense of accomplishment that you get from
Yeah, and you
actually
can
finally
grind
getting
it
a
pretty
Digimon.
fast too.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed discovering new types of Digimon.
When the game plays itself, yeah, you can grind pretty fast.
Yeah, I enjoyed discovering new stuff. I kind of liked messing around with the farm. I only did a few of the missions from the farm. I mostly used it for some
You got
items.
missions from the farm?
Yeah,
you can get missions from the farm.
You can choose have them investigate.
the
I never did
investigation.
that.
Yeah, investigations give you.
I had those
missions.
fuckers work for me.
Yeah.
I expanded the farm out as much as I could, and I actually bought another farm and expanded it out as much as I could. I filled it full of farm workers and then told them to start making me stuff.
I had 5 farms in the end because I did all the optional stuff.
And then they make you legitimately good items, too, for your Digimon.
Oh, I'm sure it's all worth it when the game is so fucking easy. You don't need any items.
It's not about that. It's about PvP in the end.
Yep, PvP. That's what...
Which you still can't stand up to, but, fuck it.
It's because every single one of those dudes online will probably have all their guys maxed out to the highest thing. Because you can get 999 ability, which means that you can get all your stats up to
The reason why, though-
999.
All
reason-
three of those people that are going to be out there on the.
The reason why
all
is
three
because
of
they
them.
come from lesser places, and
You know what?
this is all they have.
You know,
I checked
as
I
a
checked the online
handheld game, I wouldn't be complaining about it as much. But as a full-fledged game, yeah.
I'm complaining.
I checked the leaderboards once for the online, and there was only one guy who was he was at the top, but he was at the top, cemented, because the second he was at 43,000 points or whatever, and everyone below that was at 3,000 points.
That's because
It's
nobody wants to
that
play
guy
this game.
solidly plays this game and was
I
fucking
probably found
everyone.
him. I probably found him. There was a guy from Taiwan that I fought 4 or 5 times in a row, and I just started auto attacking at the end. I was like, "Fuck it, this guy's gonna fucking rape me. I'm just gonna let him do it. There's nothing I could do.
Wow.
Just gonna let him take you.
Yeah, fuck it. I wanted to get enough coins to buy an accessory to get that accessory trophy unlocked.
What I can't believe, guys, is that I came in here this morning and Cameron was legitimately interested in what your guys' final party was. Here's the deal.
It's semi-interesting.
I don't know the names of any of the fucking members of my party
I
at
only
all.
know Neptune Mon. And
I
that's
found
just
it
'cause he's
interesting that
obvious.
we all kind of diverged paths. We all had our own Super Digimon.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool.
Because it doesn't matter if you have the right type and they're megas, you
That
win.
is the reason why, but yes, it is cool that we did
Doesn't
have
matter.
such a different path, and that's what made it so funny. Joe was like,
I like it because there's no one right way to beat the
"Yeah,
game.
that's what Joe wanted."
No, there
though.
is a right way to play the game. It's not giving a shit. You just get the type right and the level right, and then you're done.
Yeah, Joe was like, "What is your guys' party? What do I need to beat this game?" And everyone was like, "No, it just doesn't matter.
Doesn't
it really
matter.
doesn't. You just need to make sure you have a semi-even balance." In the end, I had 2 virus guys. I had 2 virus guys and a seed guy, and that's what I used because the virus guys were just better than my
Yeah.
box.
My end party was Omnimon Zvart, Ultra Vidramon. Was that his name? Something Force?
All Force Vidramon.
All Force Vidramon, yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
fucking
then
stupid.
Force feed.
All Force Vidramon, and he was pretty legit too. And then I
It's
had
part of the story.
Dianamon.
Yeah.
Diana,
I think
Every
Joe
time.
had a Dianamon.
Diana, man.
Yeah, and I don't know. I found the gameplay semi-enjoyable. I was bitching pretty hard about it in the beginning, but honestly, it's the sad part is that the gameplay I think is the best part about this game. I think it is semi-fun to play. I do like the domination battles quite a bit. I wish there were more of them in the game.
If that were
I like-
just the
there are-
game, it'd be a fun game.
There are a lot of side missions that are just domination
I've
battles.
done a few of them. Yeah. I liked the side missions where you had to gain control of certain emblems, and you would get status buffs when you entered
I didn't do any of them.
certain fights. And I enjoyed doing some of the BBS missions, but then it got kind of tedious at the end because there were just so many. I think the way that you get some of the missions is really stupid, and I think the exclusivity of some of the items and some of the collectibles in the game is pretty horseshit. There are some parts where you have to go to a certain area in a certain chapter and collect a certain collectible, or you'll never get it. It'll just be gone. And so I, being the trophy whore that I am, I was like, I'm going to try to clean up some trophies at the end of this game. And then I looked and I realized I really just can't. I just can't do it. It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't start a
There
new
are
game.
some that you physically can't do unless you replay the
yeah,
game.
and that is not going to happen. That is never going to happen. Maybe not never, but no, actually never. I'll never play it again. But I did evolve
I
a
understand.
Hoodymon. I did evolve a Hoodymon. I did some side stuff after I beat the game. I evolved a Hoodymon, and I got an accessory for my Digimon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I was gonna evolve a Susanumon.
Oh my god!
then
I
looked-
can't hear Blankmon anymore. I can't fucking do this, guys. It's driving me absolutely fucking insane.
man.
Mon.
No idea.
I can't wait
Yeah,
until
I'm-
Joe and I watch the fucking Digimon show.
Oh, fucking stop saying it! I don't want to hear the word Digi Blank or Blankmon anymore.
What's your Digi problem,
I-
Mon?
Fuck you.
I hate to tell you this.
It is
man,
honestly,
but,
it's hurting my head. It hurts to hear it.
No, being dramatic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at it, and you have to get 4 Digimon super high level, and then you have to morph 2 of them with 2 other ones, and then you have to get those forms really high level, and then morph those together. To
You
make
lose one of
Susanumon.
them. So if you ever just,
Yeah,
if
I
if
had
you-
to do that for Imperial.
if you ever evolve someone or did you evolve
Paladin.
someone to a higher level that requires another Digimon, and you decide you want to Digivolve it down one, you lose one of them. You only get one of them back.
Yep.
I will say that having Digi and Mon in there is pretty fucking stupid. I think it's a stupid thing to do because Pokemon, not all of them have Mon. Like, there are some that have Mon, but some is the keyword. Bulbasaur, Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon. Oh, like the Pikachu, no Mon. There's a P, but it's just the sound a P makes. It's not like Digi. That's not like a letter. Digi isn't a fucking letter. You know, it's not something that just naturally happens. So it does bother me that they do that. It's like you can just have a thing
Yeah.
that just has a name. Like you
Apple
don't-
does it too with the iPod.
Yeah,
iPhone.
Apple, they're
iPad.
annoying too. And Apple is overpriced, just like this game.
Digimon,
iPhone Mon.
Digipod, Digipad,
Yeah,
Digidevice is what you're looking for.
Digivice.
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 Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Just a cheap.
What do you
ripoff of the
fucking give
Pokédex.
Digi gameplay on the
that just
Digi
becomes
score?
Digital Vice.
It is a
That's
vice.
that's all Digi is. It's short for digital, so it's Digital Vice.
Don't
That
think
is pretty
too hard,
stupid.
Mon.
Yeah. I'm going to give gameplay a solid 7. I'll give it a 7.
7 out of 10?
I think it's okay.
It fucking plays itself
I'm glad that it does because I don't want to do it.
because it sucks.
I'm fine with it. And the online,
7 out of 10?
the online is okay. The online is okay.
Am I going to go through this fucking book and find something that you gave 7 out of 10 in gameplay that is far better than this
You
game?
might.
God.
You know what? I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. 7's a little high.
I don't want to talk you out of
It's
your
not
score.
you talking out of me. I'm thinking about it, and I did let the game play itself until the moments where I gave it. I had to like manage some item usage.
Fucking dot matrix.
Yeah, I'll give it 6. 6
out of-
I'm
That's
fine
my
with a 6.
least favorite status effect is them turning your
Fine.
guy into pixels.
It was cool.
It's
seeing
just
them as
it's
pixels,
just a
but, yeah, it's
generic
annoying.
RPG.
And then I ran out of sprite recovery, so I had to use my multi recovery.
It's a it's a super
Gotta buy more
generic
Sprite.
role playing game that
And
doesn't
he was trying
really
to help
have
me use
much
bug
of a soul.
recovery to get him out of sprite.
So I think 6
No,
is fair.
sprite recovery.
Okay.
The game's optional missions are similar to Crisis Cores, where they are soulless. There aren't nearly as many of them, so that's kind of a plus because they're not that great. And
Schweiss, honestly, so far this year, you have your lowest gameplay score before Digimon was an 8 for Call of Duty World War II. You are very easy on games for the gameplay score. I'm looking at this right now. It's very interesting.
this one, I'm fine giving it a 6. And I don't want anyone to think Joe influenced me. I'm thinking back, and it is a game that plays itself, and I can play the game. I know what abilities I need to use against certain types. I just didn't want to because it's just easier. It's just faster for the game to play itself. And the game likes playing itself more than I like playing it. So I just let it do its thing. I let it have fun. And since the game is now a living, breathing thing because of the the merging of the worlds, I figure I should let the game have some fun every once in a while.
you might as well.
Give it 51 and a half hours of entertainment. So I did. Yeah, not that bad, but it's not special either. There's nothing about the battle system that's special. It's a
I'm
rock,
giving-
paper, scissors system with an elemental thing to it. And that's what Final Fantasy X does. It's a rock, paper, scissors system with a couple other things like armor penetration and range and shit like that. It's the same fucking
Yeah,
thing.
there's armor penetration in this one. You
But-
had 2 dudes that had that.
Yeah, but it's
They love the penetration.
it's just not great. Yeah. It's just not great.
I'm giving it a 5 for me. That's what I settled on.
What
5
you-
for gameplay.
5 for gameplay. 5 for gameplay from Cameron. Just right in the middle.
God, what a large 5 you got there.
I made the chart really spread out today. It's going to be tiny little total scores too.
All right, I too will give it a 5. The reason being is I know that there's like a decent game in there. It's just not been polished enough.
Is there, Caleb?
There is, because I really like the idea of being able to make your own party, and like there's
idea.
like, well, it's in there. It's an
I like
actual
the
thing.
idea of a good turn-based game.
It's in there. That the actual problems with this game and the reason it's taking off 5 points is because it is too fucking easy for an RPG. You're spending a lot of time in this and you're grinding out a fuck ton of levels for almost no reason because
Sometimes you spend 20 hours of extra time.
because it's so easy. And then the other part is that the auto battle literally does do everything. Like it will always do their special move, which tends to be their best attack, but then they'll also heal themselves. They'll fucking revive each other. They'll do pretty much everything.
And they'll do the best thing in any given scenario.
Yeah, and that's kind of unacceptable as a thing in a game.
Well, we
Auto
all
battle-
used it, right? We
auto
all
battle-
used
yeah,
it.
we all used it.
Heartlessly and relentlessly.
Because-
It's just,
because-
why wouldn't you?
Because the grind, like there is a grind because you have to level up, you have to devolve, then you have to level up again. You're basically leveling up these guys to level 1,000 because of it, and that means that you have to use that auto battle to do that consistently because it takes an edge off of that grind. Which is a nice thing in a way, but at the same time, it also fucks the game.
Yeah, the thing that made me laugh was that you were fighting me the other day about like modern RPGs have an auto battler.
I told
Caleb.
you-
and I was like, you know what? You want to make a game modern? You take out some of the fucking grind and you leave the auto battler out. Because the only reason why the auto battler's in
I
there
said the same fucking thing
is
on the
because
stream.
there's too much grind. There's
Yes.
too much. That's why it's there. Just take it away. Just take it away.
Make a better game.
Yeah, you don't have
Instead
to
of being
have
like,
that.
"Hey, this is how we'll make it enjoyable by making a shitty game and then giving you an option to just like say fuck it,
I also noticed with these type of games like Persona 5,
make a fun game. That's what a fucking game is.
some people play these games just to feel like they're part of an interactive story. And that's why the auto battle is there, because they don't actually want to play the game. They just want to be able to see, be a part of the interactive
Hey, there's
story.
there's a huge Digimon cartoon with 12,000 episodes as far as I know.
It's not 12,000.
If you want that experience, you can watch that show.
Interactive story.
Yeah, you can talk to it if you want. It'll give you about as much response in return as this game.
Like there's
does.
a super easy mode on Persona 5, which is you're basically just there to
Oh, you mean
watch.
Joe mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a mode where you're basically just there to watch.
Guys,
Not
look,
play.
I want games to be fun. All right.
I don't think you do.
But playing
I
itself
don't think
is
you
not
just want.
fun.
I don't think you want games at all. That's the thing.
Look, I've beat Halo 1 on Legendary, but you bet your ass I have fun playing it on Easy. You know why? Because it's a fun game. All right? Things actually try to kill you, even though it's on Easy. All right? Here, that's
they,
the
though?
deal. Yes, they do. They really
they,
do,
though?
especially the sword guys. They'll still kill you on
Craig,
Easy.
you don't want to be talking. You have a hard time playing an easy mode shooter.
So here's the deal,
The fuck are you
Craig.
talking about?
I'm talking about
I
trying
have
to play
never
World at
played
War
A
with
game
you.
with an
I have
easy
never
mode
played a game
should
on easy.
still be fun. It shouldn't be auto mode. There should be another mode called auto mode if you want to do that. But Nier Automata did this too. It was like, here's the automatic mode. And by the way, we'll start you on automatic and you will not stop.
You played it on easy, which is the thing that
Yeah,
was
I never-
auto mode. There was
I
no
never
auto
played
mode for
Persona
us
on
because
auto
we
mode.
played it on normal.
I know.
The recommended setting.
Guys, an easy mode in a game should still be a game, though. That's what I'm saying. It should still be a game.
An easy mode, Joe, is for children.
Caleb.
It is not for actual people playing
or
the game.
It's for people who don't want to get stuck and
they should get
anywhere in the
good.
game. All right?
They
I
should
don't,
get
I don't
good.
give a shit about your get good thing or caches or whatever. Fuck your fucking bullshit macho gaming culture bullshit, all right? I play video games to
normal
have
mode-
goddamn fun.
Joe,
And
normal
when you
mode
take
is
the
the way
fun
the
out of a
game is
game,
supposed to be.
it's not a fucking game anymore. What the fuck's the point? If easy mode is auto mode, it should just be easy mode, not auto mode. I should still have to do everything I do, only the damage amounts that I get hit by slightly less.
The problem with your argument is that you
That's
kept...
not a problem with my argument.
The problem with your argument
Games have been that
is-
way for forever,
No.
but these fucking JRPG games for the last 3 years are like, yeah, fuck easy mode. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Except for
Then
you
why
always...
even have an easy mode if you give a shit about that?
Except for you always play on easy mode, and in Nier Automata, you kept using the auto mode.
I did. You're right.
Because it was better at the
once
game
I had
than you.
started,
It was better. Just like this.
Once I had started using it, you can't stop, Craig. You can't stop.
It's a social program. You can never get rid of it.
That's right. You can never get rid of it once it's there.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
No, he's
become too reliant on it. He doesn't know how to fend for himself anymore. It's like Cameron with Google Maps.
Joe, they
No,
were
he can't find a fucking place.
Joe,
He has to use Google Maps every time.
In Nier Automata, it was a physical chip, Joe. You could have sold it and then not used it again, but you didn't. You
damn it.
kept going.
Craig, no, it's not like that. I'm not like, oh, I need to
you want
change
the
my
game
life
to
here.
be so easy that you don't have to do it. That's the thing.
Craig, easy game. Philosophically, easy mode should still be a game.
Easy mode isn't a game.
By the way, I played this one on normal and it played itself, so fuck you.
I don't
There
think there
is
an easy.
no normal mode in
No,
this
there's
game.
a normal and a hard mode right at the beginning.
That's just easy mode. Every part of this game is easy mode. Even the hard mode
Yeah.
is easy mode.
It's because the game's shit. Fuck you, Craig. God damn it. Play any game from the 90s in easy mode and it's still a fucking game.
That's true.
I would
yeah,
never
it's-
play a game on easy mode. I'm not a
Okay,
bitch.
I
That's
don't believe
great.
that. You played fucking Zestria on easy.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I don't believe you.
You fucking check my trophies, bitch.
It doesn't have trophies for difficulty.
Yeah, what's you're
well,
telling
then,
me trophy wise? You're telling me I hadn't played Shadow of War.
I was looking at your
Shadow of Mordor.
You saw it, Caleb. You saw the one trophy. you
Dude,
had
yeah,
in
it
Shadow.
said 1% for your trophies.
like,
and I took
Cameron-
a fucking screenshot and sent it to you of my trophy.
What
page.
did you send it to me on?
On PlayStation Chat?
Oh, I didn't look.
Yeah, we didn't look. But yeah, dude, it literally on his thing, it said 1%. And I was like, that doesn't seem right.
All right.
I have plus 30% in that game.
Okay, so mediocre scores all around for gameplay. Okay, art design. How does the game look? Well, tries to look like an anime. It's cell shaded sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, fucking paint.
Sometimes
Sometimes
it's Microsoft Paint.
there's some like colorful-y sort of stuff, but it really does. On the PS4 version of this game, it doesn't look like. It looks like a. I think it looks like a remastered PS2 game. So it's in HD. And everything's clear, and the font is smaller and still legible. So to me, but at the same time, it's so simple looking and so bland looking in most parts of this game. Not saying all, but in most parts of this game, that to me, it looks like a remaster of a game that came out before FF10 did. Because I've seen that remaster, and then I see this remaster, and I think FF10 looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually think it does look like a HD remaster of a PS2 game. I won't say it looks like a PS2 game straight up.
Because the PS2 could not handle this game.
Well,
You're right.
Yeah, it's also on PS Vita, which is basically PS2.5. So
I think it's a PS3.
And if anybody was concerned about hallway syndrome in any of the FF games, go fuck yourself. All right. Look, this game, there's like, I don't know, there's about 30 feet worth of flooring in this game where you can just kind of like run around for a little bit. And otherwise, there's nowhere to explore. There's just these little limited streets that you're on. And then when you go into a cutscene, there's not even really that much character animation. It's just fucking flat as shit. There was no
there's just
effort
a lot
put
of
into this
standing
game.
around, and
There-
then they have like 3 or 4 variations of them just standing
There's
there.
about 4 cutscenes where they actually put any work into them, one of which being the bowling ball rape that we talked about earlier.
Lots of effort. There.
Lots of
There's some
effort
tit
in that
jiggle
scene.
in a few scenes. That's very
But
effortful.
it's just a fucking flat, boring fucking game in terms of how it looks. But that's just me. What do you guys think about how the game looks?
Design wise, very empty.
Yes.
It looks like an
a
old
lot of
game
empty
without.
space, yeah.
It's just
And all the design from the Digimon that exists before this game, by the way. So
And they're not out in the wild, so you don't get to see them doing their thing.
no, you just randomly run across them.
Honestly, it's kind of like an old MMO that's kind of empty. It's like a barren.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
empty. It's barren. The levels, most variety you get in levels is the colors that they use. That's it. Oh, and this one might have more pathways to get lost to. Hey, should I go down that way in case there's a medal that way? Well, I don't really fucking care about the medals in the first place, so I'm not going to go that way. No reason to explore because it's just lifeless, empty, and you're just trying to trudge through it to beat the game.
Craig?
Yeah, basically, one of my biggest problems with this is that it's a copy and paste of the first game. They have no like original areas for this. Like, I know it's supposed to be going on at the same time as this, but they don't have to put every single fucking level that was in the first game in that one, and then just be like, oh, well, we're not gonna fucking do anything new. Like, the only thing that they added was fucking new Digimon.
Dude, there were areas in Kowloon where I was like, did I just go in a circle or am I
hated
still in the same
Kowloon.
place?
Every
hated
pretty much
Kowloon's
every
music.
place in Eden is terribly designed.
Yeah.
I hated Kowloon's music too. Hated it.
Yeah. And I don't personally like the aesthetic either, like the weird techno aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't like that either. I'm not going to dock it for that, but I think the game is fucking bland looking.
I get the anime style. That's honestly fine to me, but it's just like the designs for anything that's in Eden. Like
I feel like they spent about
the towns
3
are-
months making this game.
yeah, the towns are okay and everything, but
That was
like
all
it's
cutscene work.
you expect more out of like the part where you're like exploring the areas, like where you're going to be fighting the Digimon, but there's nothing there for you.
Schweiss, how do you think this game looks?
I think it looks just like what you said. I think it looks like a remastered PS2 game. It's very empty. There's not a
And
whole
yet
lot
it
to look
costs
at.
$60 at GameStop right now.
Yeah. There's
Fuck
not much to look at.
that.
A port from a handheld device.
It's not really a
should
port.
not cost.
It's not really a
more
port. They got released at
than
the same time.
original. No.
No, it was released on PS Vita first in
I
Japan.
don't think so.
In Japan, it was.
It's
That's
a port.
bullshit, then.
Everything
That's
about it looks like
Bullshit.
it's port.
It
Like,
shouldn't be a
looks at
port. They should have made a fucking
That's
real
a port
game.
of a Vita game.
They
though.
should have made
It's
a
not,
real
It's
game.
not an old
It's for-
system.
Even though it's on a larger system, you are not utilizing the resources that the newer system provides. It still should have been a $40 game, regardless what platform you're playing it on.
That's true. Yeah, that's bullshit. They didn't change anything for the
They
PS4.
didn't.
I can't imagine what they would have changed.
Sometimes they'll make a port of a great game to a handheld device, and there's things missing. Graphics are dumbed down. Stuff's not as much stuff as there. They call it like the light version of the game. No, you don't take the light version. You don't make a game for a DS and then try to pass it off, or a PlayStation Vita and pass it off as a full-fledged game. You're stealing.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stole from us.
Yeah. Points
Bam,
taken
bam,
away just for that reason.
And
That's
I'm
a good
glad I
argument,
did not
Cameron.
spend any money on this fucking game.
God damn you. God
you did
damn
sort of spend money on it.
No, I'm using my free trial.
Oh,
I'm
okay, so
giving-
you didn't spend a cent.
I did not spend a cent on this game.
There's no graphical
proud of
problems. So and I know it came from a Vita game, but even then, a Vita is not a fucking PS2. So I'm still giving it a pretty low score for art design. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Well, see, the thing is, somebody brought this
It
up.
would have been 4 out of 10.
And
but
I
Cameron made
know
an
someone's
excellent
gonna
point.
go. I know someone's gonna go. Well, you can't judge a game because it was.
We
made
can
for
judge
the
a game.
PS
It's our
Vita.
fucking podcast.
You're playing on the PlayStation 4, so you can't rate it down because you're playing on a different system.
You know
Fuck
what
that.
You know what I'll say?
This just shows that they're fucking scumbags and trying to steal some extra dough.
You know what I'll say in support of that is look at World of Final Fantasy.
Look how much better that game looks than this game. And that game came out like 6-7 months ago.
You don't like. I
It
can
looks a
understand-
lot better.
I can understand
A lot fucking
porting it over
better.
to the PlayStation 4 and then charging the correct price for the game.
Yeah, $40.
$40.
It's cheapy, but it looks way
when
better
you
than
buy
this.
a brand new game that's $40, you're not expecting too much from it. When you're buying a $60 game, you expect to receive a $60 game experience.
There
No,
you go. There you go. Okay, guys, what do you give art design?
3.
3 out of 10 from Cameron.
It's the worst part of the game.
Worse than music?
Okay, well,
All right.
I'm gonna give it a 5. The reason for this is because it was supposed to be an anime style. I get it. It's like they're trying to match
lazy.
they're
They're
trying. Well,
anime.
they're trying to match the anime because of the Digimon, which there's like 320 of.
Are
so,
you
know,
saying-
you can't really like.
Yeah, the Digimon
You
have
can't-
more
You
design
can't really
than the
fuck it
characters.
entirely because of that, but the part where it really gets like shitty is the fact that they've been reusing from the last game. They basically just copy and paste.
How long ago did the other game come out?
2015. This is
Okay.
2017.
Tales of Hysteria?
2018. And
They could have waited longer to develop a better game.
and it's
I don't think they could have. I don't think there's any developing
I
better.
could see
no matter
like
how
I
long
could
it
see like
takes.
them trying to keep a.
They were
keep
like,
a-
you have $100,000, go.
I could tell. I could understand them
Make us
trying
a
to
million.
keep something alive, but they didn't do it justice at all. They
they
copied and pasted from
the cutscenes are terrible, and everything in Eden is bland. So like half of it just goes.
It's
away
like me
because of
writing
that.
a paper for one class, and then changing a few things in my paper, and then turning it into another class. I did that, and I got A's on both of them. All I did, and they didn't know though. It's not like the teachers
Digimon
know.
is not getting
but,
an A.
But Digimon's doing the same thing. They wrote a game, but then just basically changed a few things and basically re-released the same game
Schweiss.
Yeah.
without giving 2 cents of thought to the story.
I'm going to give it a
No,
4.
The story is the only thing they added.
I don't think the design is very good, but honestly, it doesn't bother me as much as some of the other stuff in the game. The Digimon surprisingly have more detail than the characters that you're supposed to grow
Yeah,
close to.
they do.
And
Yeah.
the
Way
Digimon
more.
don't really
That's
have
actually funny.
personalities per se, so like it's
Except
not
for
like
except for the kawaii bug.
yeah, that's true.
Wormmon.
Yeah, except for him.
Says,
Sounds like the singer of Rush to me. I don't
says
know.
cool with a Kewl.
Yeah, the design is not great. Most of it does look extremely bland. The Bruce Princess brings up the Weeb Dream was really neat, but I thought that was disturbing.
It was
And I couldn't
okay,
see
but
a
it wasn't
fucking
like
thing.
It was
when I was playing, I was like, oh.
neat. It was great
It was original.
in context.
That is the only part that was
in the
not
middle
in the first
of a game that was bland and gross.
Yeah.
That was
All right, so there's 5
better
parts
in
that they worked on.
comparison.
There's 5
No,
sections
the-
of this
the only
game that
reason
they
that
give
part-
any thought to in
The
the
only
art
reason
department.
that part is up on a pedestal is because it's compared to the rest of the fucking game.
and it just looks different. It doesn't necessarily
it
look
looks
good.
different, and it looks like they put some thought behind it. It was, and compared to the rest of it, that looks like gold because of it.
God damn it.
If you were to compare it to something else in another game during its special moment, it'd be shit.
What's funny is Alex was like, "What is this game made by a 5-year-old?" Because she saw the like rare metal poop move that the that the ones do, and then Jace walks over and he's like, "Where's the poop emoji at?" Like he was asking me what to bring out the Suckamon guys because he wanted to see the pile
Wow.
of shit, and I'm like, "Fuck, maybe it was made by a 5-year-old. I don't know." You want to play with the shits, buddy?
I want to see the poop, daddy.
Yeah, show me the poop, daddy.
Oh God! Jesus Christ! Stop it!
Yeah, so that was pretty funny, but it doesn't look great. And Zestiria was I know we shouldn't compare it, but it
we
has
should
a
compare
similar,
it. They're both RPGs. They both use the anime style. They both have
Cell
the
shading.
similar different types of cutscenes. They have the same things. Difference is that one of those games is good and looks better.
Yeah, and it does, and it's
Well, one was actually made for PS4.
this one.
another argument.
It does the same thing though. Occasionally, it'll have anime cutscenes, and those are fine. Those are decent enough.
Yeah, they were made by a different company, I'm sure.
Yeah, it looks like it was outsourced. So it's not great. It's not. Nothing's really interesting about the look, other than the Digimon. But that's probably only because I don't know the Digimon anyway. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, look, that bee has like some fucking anti-aircraft missiles on it. That's pretty bitchin'.
I honestly don't.
That's what I said too.
I find the Digimon look
and then
really
I ended
gross.
up getting its Mega.
Yeah, I did too.
it's
Right
pretty
before
fun.
I beat the game, I was like, "Oh, there he is."
It's
Got his
a
little
cool looking
swords.
Mega. I like its Mega.
Waspamon,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck he is.
Vespamon.
Here's the
Something
difference
like
between Digimon and Pokemon is the same difference, I think, between like Godzilla and the monsters that he fights in like the Heisei era and then like the Showa era of Godzilla movies. Or no, excuse me. The Godzilla movies are Pokemon as far as like monster design is concerned. Then you can watch some like fucking Ultraman or all that other shit. The fucking like weird cardboard box creatures that they have in those shows. I would say that's about the quality difference of design from a Pokemon and a Digimon.
A lot of the difference
And
comes
then
from
late generation Pokemon, they were fucking
Looks like
stretching
cheap
for
They do,
ideas.
knockoff, shitty, weird creatures. I
Digimon-
find nothing
Digimon
aesthetically
day
interesting
one they
about
were
them.
stretching from
Pokemon
ideas.
designs.
This was day 1 Digimon is Gen 2 Pokemon. They were out of ideas.
I think it's like Gen 3 Pokemon.
I think at the end of Gen 1, you got Electrode. He's a fucking upside
Gen
down
3.
Pokeball.
I laughed at the fucking just ice cream Pokemon.
That
It's just
one's
a fucking
that one's
cone
from
of ice
5.
cream.
That's
Okay.
Gen 5.
I'm
Like, all right, what treats do you like?
Why?
What snacks? There's like a seaweed, like a little little seaweed cracker.
Hey, do you want to
mon.
go? Want to go battle Digimon? Oh, I can't. It's sunny outside. My Pokemon will melt. Can't take him out.
Dude, I think all the Digimon designs I have ever seen are ugly. They're ugly, like in their
I like
color
my- I like
or
my
just in
Omnimon.
their look. They're ugly looking fucking creatures. I'm sorry. I don't. There's nothing. I think as a kid, that's probably what I was looking at when I was like, I don't fucking watch Digimon. I didn't say fucking then, but
Yeah, you thought it though.
that's what I thought. I don't watch Digimon. I'm gonna look at it. Like the colors are muted and it looks gross and the creatures are just dumb looking. And Pokemon was like peppy and shining and the creatures look better and the animation's better and everything's fucking better about Pokemon than Digimon, and Digimon's a shitty fucking knockoff of Pokemon, and Pokemon is shitty too. It's all shitty!
And it's all a knockoff.
And it's all a knockoff.
Yep.
All right. I've had enough. Music and sound. Music and sound.
Music and sound. This is easily the worst part. The sound is like the voices for the Japanese actors are fine, except
They're fine.
for Wormmon.
She's the cutie anime girl thing, which is honestly
Wormon's
To
a
my-
boy.
Wormon's a dude.
Wormon's a boy.
to my Western
Digimon.
ears are just real obnoxious sounding.
Wormon's is a boy Digimon.
Yeah, it's a dude
Okay, all right.
that
I don't
that
give a
fuses with Erica to become Hootimon. Is Hootimon a hermaphrodite?
Probably.
Okay,
Lady man, lady.
Or it's neither.
probably. I don't know.
It's probably neither in the digital
Nothing,
world.
Yeah, it's just a smooth chunk of skin
It's just
down
a
there.
smooth. Well, I mean, the eaters got to her first.
And then,
so-
and then let's
Tore
talk
that
about
shit up.
those Sistermon too. Like, what are they going for there?
dude, the fucking Sistermon. So one of the ones, the one that's the blue cat one. It was supposed to be like a fucking black one, so it looks like an actual nun. But they were like, no, North America can't handle that, so they changed it.
No, they're called Sistermon. So
Yeah,
they're sisters.
I know. They're still supposed to be
So it
nuns.
sounds like nuns.
but they couldn't take the fact that it looked.
But they're
more
trying
like
to
a
push
nun.
the sexy nun with guns down your throat. Is what they're doing.
Only one had guns.
Okay, just the one that looked of age. Sexy
Yeah,
nun.
the
with
one
guns.
who looked of age had the guns. Yeah.
I don't. And then her ultimate is just here's more of my boobs. I'm like, do Digimon need that?
I'm cheated.
Yeah, do Digimon breastfeed?
Like, what's the purpose of that
That's a good
besides
point.
being extra weeb?
There's no different. It's no different than any of the Digimon designs. They're all fucking out of nowhere, terrible, ugly looking designs.
Yep.
Do you know a good Digimon design anywhere? Was there
Yeah.
aesthetically
Omnimon's
Omnimon?
I just
okay.
showed you him. Yeah, he's great.
Oh, he's the one that looks like Vincent from FF7.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Kind of. If he were a Digimon, I guess that's exactly what he would be.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking
Yeah.
grin on
Music and
Ultraforce.
sound. Yeah,
and sound,
I agree.
this-
I agree. The Japanese voice actors sounded fine.
Yeah.
I would say the sound mix was fine.
Fine.
Battle sounds were fine. However, there's something about the volume level of like the bleeps and bloops that are like a little too high for me.
Yeah.
And also the music is horrible. Just horrible. And it could just be that it's like they use the same 4 tracks every
There's like
I want to bring
literally
up a part
one
of
song that
Kowloon.
didn't make me
See if you can
immediately turn off
see
the
if you can
sound.
find the theme to Kowloon, because that in of itself is the worst level theme ever. It's just fucking atmospheric noises that are grating.
Well, there was that, and then boink, boink, boink. That's how, guys. That is the
That's
song.
the jazzy. That's the elevator music
that
kicks
plays
in.
every time.
You mean the bouncy happy one?
Every
Yeah,
time they
dude.
want to talk forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and it's literally the least happy.
No,
moment
it's
of your
when
day.
someone's going to say something quirky in this conversation.
Oh my god!
So we have to have our
it's
quirky
awful.
sound.
And there's the original soundtrack that Schweiss is looking through to try to find the right pieces of music. I don't want you to, man. I don't want to hear it ever
It's
again.
the one where you go into it. It's like all atmospheric and has like the synth doing the weird like. Not
that
one.
one's- that
This
one's
is
pretty
the
bad,
jazzy
too.
elevator. But this is what kicks in every time they're going to have a conversation in Erica's closet room. This is bad, and this is like it's every time
And this
you're
is
going
the
to have
best. This is the best one.
I don't think it's
No, it's not the best one.
There was one piece of music that I liked in one of the boss fights, but
Was it the metal one?
Dude, the
The
it was
Japaltura.
it wasn't Japaltura. I never
roots.
I didn't ever
bloody roots. Wasabi.
hear that one. But
Tangy wasabi.
there was one that was kind of it was a little bit more beady and a little bit more it was a lot easier to take in. This doesn't sound too bad right now.
Oh, give it time.
high pitched bagpipes. Yeah.
But
I do like the flying trumpet solo of the intro song. I think there are about 4 songs in here that I like that are okay.
it's yeah. Can we be done?
Yeah.
Oh, I made fun of this one. I was like,
No. Just anyways, one whole level is just crappy atmospheric synthesizer, and that's all it is. And it annoys the shit out of me.
But you were annoyed by the jazzy elevator music, and I was too. But the
Yeah, I hate that one.
I hate it, and it
so
plays
much.
so much.
It's
So it's
just
not
as
just
much
that
as
the music is aesthetically just like asshole, but that it plays the same 4 tracks so fucking often.
yeah, and Japaltura is great.
And this game
it doesn't play it.
this game is long.
It doesn't
guys.
play the awesome
It
songs
has-
often at all.
Yeah, it has like quite a few songs, but it like the ones
There were like
that
20.
Yeah, I guess, but it's
The first
still,
Final
but
Fantasy
it plays,
had more
but it
songs
plays
than that.
The
by a
same
lot.
like 4 all the time.
all fucking day long.
yeah, like,
yeah.
There's like 4 types of situations, and those songs are there.
Yeah,
That's
it's never
just-
going to
that's
leave
what
me,
it is.
But it should have left me instantly.
All
Should
right.
never been.
Well, I usually split these into 2. So music, I am going to give. I do find it like atrocious music, and it plays it all the goddamn time. I think I'm going to give it a 1. And then for sound, I would say it was fine, with the exception of the extremely annoying bloops that if I hear them now, I have PTSD. So I'm going with the.
You get a Digimon theme and just install it on Joe's PS4.
I'm going with a 4 out of 10. I
Lock
can't.
it- lock it
the
so you
sound in
can't
this,
change
I
it.
had to turn it way down.
Yeah, I'd give it a
saving. I had that go happen in my dreams last night. The boing as you're saving.
Yeah, that's
Boing.
when I get mad when I turn the game on. It's like bang, checking your data. I'm like, why is that sound there? Like it just sounds gross. Like it's just disgusting.
Yeah. I think I'll give it a 5.
5 out of
I
10.
thought the voice acting was fine, but yeah, the bloops are really
Giving it a
annoying,
3.
and there's not enough good music in there to make it
Twice.
enjoyable.
I'll give it a
It's
5
terrible.
too. There are a couple songs that I like. I like the domination battle theme. The like sounds like I don't know, like half of a Megadeth song for a second because it's super fast paced, and the domination battles are fun. And it's not. Sometimes fun parts will be taken down because of the shitty music that surrounds them, and that wasn't the case.
That last domination battle was a joke.
Yeah,
So
it was
easy.
bad. The Chapel Toro was great.
You have
I
to go
do
find
like
it. You have to find an example of that now. if you
I do
can.
like
He
the.
played it. He played it.
It wasn't Chapel Turo.
I played it for
Yeah,
a
he
bit.
played it.
Okay.
And then the intro music with like the flying trumpet solo. It's like.
Every time I heard the intro music, I want to kill myself.
I don't mind it. I hated it at first, but it wears on you and it wears you down to where you once were a square and now you're a circle.
Oh, my God.
That's where I'm at right now with the song. I'm a circle. The other ones I didn't hear quite as often, so they didn't wear me down to that circle. But the opener theme I kind of like.
All right.
So there are a couple good songs. The voice acting is fine. I actually turned it off because it said like Digimon voices, and I was tired of hearing the Digimon, so I turned that off. So I didn't have voice acting for like 2/3 of this game. And I thought there just wasn't any. I was like, man, these guys, they voice acted for like 20 minutes and now they're done. Like, did they just forget to pay them? And they're like, all right, we got you for a day. Just do as much of the script as you can. And then, fuck off. We can't pay for you anymore. Yeah. Painful.
All right. What do you give replayability then? It's our final category.
I wanted to platinum this game, but then I saw what it took. And it will take a lot of grinding. I'm going to have to play the game all the way through another time and make sure it's going to be like an FF10-2 playthrough where I have to do everything in the game. I have to grab every little hidden thing. I have to grab all of the broken Mr. Navits. I have to grab all of the medals along the way. So there are trophies to get, but I'm not going to get them. I don't think I'm going to play this game again. Other than playing against Cameron's Digimon because I want to have the pissing contest of us fighting each other. Other than that, there's not really much of a drive for me to play this game.
Prepare for my Omnimon Zvort.
Yeah, ever again. I'm gonna give replayability a 3 for this game. My worst ranking so far, and the big reason why is it's just not that fun. I mean, the best part about this game is the gameplay. But it's not that great to the point. It's like not that bad that I want to shit on it and give it a 4 like Joe did. But it's not that good that
I haven't said my score yet.
That I want to. No, I was saying a 4 for gameplay. I don't want to give it that low because I don't think it's terrible, but it's not fun enough to go back to. The games that I give high replayability to are the games that I beat and I kept playing. And I did that with this, but I wanted to get like kind of close to 50% trophies because I want to keep my like average trophy thing at 50%, which is where it is now, and I don't want this fucking Digimon game to fuck that up for me. So I spent some time and evolved the stupid Wormmon into a Hootymon and then fucking turned it off forever. And that's it. And I'm done. I'm gonna play one round against Cameron, try to face off, and then that's it. I'm not gonna play this game
Face off.
again.
That's not the movement that he does. It's face, and then he does a swirly. He does a swirly hand in front of his face, and then like he's pulling from it. His face off. Okay, it's important. Don't get the hand movement wrong there, Cameron.
It's pretty much all of it is that hand movement.
Off. It's
Honestly,
important.
this is probably the worst game I've played in quite some time.
That is surprising to hear you say.
Bowdy.
What do you mean by quite some time?
Last summer is about what I mean. Which is when we played.
Wait, didn't you
Parasite.
play? Oh, you didn't finish Alone in the Dark.
I couldn't. No.
Okay.
So I guess it's not the worst game I've played in quite some time. It's the worst game I've finished in quite some
Okay,
time.
all
That
right.
I couldn't. I was not going to play that. I just said no. I will just forget that I bought it and delete it and do a chargeback and give it back on my credit card. Say this game doesn't fucking work. I'm not paying for it. Oh, my back door is unlocked. Oh shit, or my window.
Okay.
There's kids out there playing and we're just freaking out. That's funny. I won't play this game again. It's not fun enough. It's not original enough. It's not. There's nothing in it that really draws me in to the point where I want to play it. The trophies are unachievable. There's one for getting like 600 medals. I picked up every medal I found, and I only have 223.
Wow.
Not going to do it. Not going to do it. There's ones for collecting all these collectibles. There's ones for evolving this Digimon that I have to evolve like 12 other Digimon to their maximum form for. I'm not going to do it. I don't care enough about the most fun part of the game, evolving new Digimon, that much to actually do it. So I will not play this game again. There is replayability aspects to it. There is a New Game Plus. You can bring your save data over. You can bring the medals and stuff that you've grabbed over. You can bring all that over. So that does add incentive. There are future trophies that I can earn. So there is replayability draw there. It's just not draw for me, and it's not enough.
Cameron, what do you give replayability for Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory?
I'm going to give it a 4.
4 out of 10.
Yep.
Explain.
Because I will go back just to beat twice to the ground.
Oh, that's nice.
And then
Pretty confident in that.
And maybe evolve one more Digimon, and that's pretty much it. Then I actually have to. I don't own the game, so I have to send it away. It's gonna disappear into the Digi world, just like Hootimon disappeared to the Digi world.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to say your tearful goodbyes to your Digimon.
It's gonna the game is just gonna fly it away, and I'm just gonna have to say my tearful goodbye. And it's just gonna be a memory that I had once.
Just gonna keep a picture.
Is it going to be a hacker's memory?
It's gonna be a hacker's memory.
Are you gonna keep a picture of Omnimon's wart in your wallet now?
No, he doesn't keep a picture of Eric. He just has to remember her. And then I'm just gonna have like a dragonfly just buzz past me one day. And
It's
I'm
a
like,
video game that I used to know.
That's a video game that I used to know.
Okay. Craig.
I will also give it a 4.
Wow, that is low, Craig. I did not expect that.
Yeah, you.
What are you
well, I
talking
guess you
about?
didn't pay that much for it because you're an
He
asswipe.
pre-ordered the game. He
Yeah,
was
you
waiting
bought it.
for it.
So that's like your big thing. It's like, oh, he pre-ordered it. I'm like, yeah, I pre-ordered it because I knew it was going to win, and it gets 20%
We
off.
don't pre-order games that we don't really want to play. That's a fucking human thing to do. When you want something really badly, you
I
buy
didn't
it
say
before it
I
comes
didn't
out.
want to play it. That's
You
not
wanted
what I
it
said.
really
I
badly
played.
is what
I
I'm
played the
telling
first
you.
one and enjoyed it enough because it filled the black hole in my heart where Pokemon should be.
Why is that a hole?
Because I love Pokemon, and so I was like, you know what?
But you
I'm
shit
gonna
on-
nominate
You
this.
shit on
It's
World
probably
of Final
gonna
Fantasy,
win.
which is the same thing.
World of Final Fantasy is just as bad as this.
No one that I've
Yes.
talked to says that's the case. They say
It
this game
is.
is way worse.
It is.
Caleb.
It may have more environments in the design,
And it looks
may
like
be
maybe they
slightly
put some
better.
fucking effort into it.
It may be slightly better in
Just
the design
maybe.
twice, but it is the exact same thing. Even the way that you upgrade your monsters is exactly the same.
There aren't Cactuar. Oh, no, there is a Cactuar in this. Never
There
mind.
is.
Never mind. Cactuarmon, he's there.
yeah,
All right.
he's there.
I am giving replayability a 4 out of 10, which is much higher. I'm surprised I got a higher score than Schweiss. Here's the deal. I will personally never play this game again. So
I probably won't either.
on a personal out of 100, I would give it a 0. So I would give it 0 out of 10. But the game does have a lot of opportunities to do it. There is a new game plus. There are tons of trophies, of
There
course,
is
that you
a
can
hard
get.
mode.
There's a shitload of Digimon. There's shitloads of ways that you can level them up, and then there's also a multiplayer. So there are things that are
And no one
replayable
plays,
in it.
but yes.
So I will boost it up some points because they exist, but
That's
I will never
exactly
personally
why I
do
did
it. So
The-
I'm giving replayability of 4 out of 10 because of that. So the scores are as follows. Well, anybody final thoughts?
It's not worth your money. Don't buy it.
It's not fucking worth $60.
It's not worth $60.
If you like the first
I
one,
will
you probably
condone
won't like
playing
this
this on the PS Vita because on a handheld device, you don't expect too much out of
If it were
graphics,
$5.
out of level design. Like, yeah, just fine. Go play it if you like this type of thing. Yeah,
I would only recommend it if you like Digimon.
Yeah.
Or the monster type capturing games like Pokemon.
Yeah, but if that's all you like, if that's like your thing, actually, if that's all you like, you probably won't like this one because I like metal, but I don't like bad metal. So I would assume it's kind of the same thing. Like I like monster
It's-
capturing
yeah.
games, but I don't like
It's
bad
basically
monster
the same.
capturing games.
Personally, I don't think this is a bad game. I think it's a mediocre game that is too fucking long.
yeah.
So
I
it
called
makes it a bad game.
I call
You know-
it hardcore mediocre.
Hardcore mediocre.
Instead of
yeah.
having all those filler chapters, just cut those fuckers out.
Yeah, you don't need to make the game that long. The people
Why
that are gonna,
have filler chapters?
the
and
people
call
that
them
are going to have
filler
fun with it are
chapters?
going to make it long themselves by getting all the Digimon. You don't have to make us. You don't have to make it long yourself.
This
You-
game
you
is a
can do
waste
it.
of money.
It's a waste of money
It's
and
a
a waste of
money.
time.
It's too much. So the scores are as follows. Gameplay. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Schweiss gave it a 6. Craig gave it a 5. Cameron gave it a 5. I gave it a 4 for story. Schweiss gave it a 4. Craig gave it a 4. And Cameron gave it a 4. All of us gave it 4 for story, by the way. Art design. I gave it a 3. Schweiss gave it a 4. Craig gave it a 5. Cameron gave it a 3. Sound and music, I give it a 4. Schweiss give it a 5. Craig give it a 5, and Cameron give it a 3. Replayability, I give it a 4. Schweiss give it a 3. Craig give it a 4, and Cameron give it a 4. My score is 19 out of 50. Schweiss's score is 22 out of 50. Craig's score is 23 out of 50, the highest score of all. And Cameron is also 19 out of 50. With a combined score of 83 out of 200, which divided in half is 41.5, but we round down. So the official Nude Clan score...
We rounded up.
We round down. We rounded up accidentally on one game.
Oh, okay.
We've rounded down every other time. The official Nude Clan score is 41 out of 100, which is way below what I believe the Metacritic.
You know what the
has
Metacritic is? It's a 73.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still not
Metacritic
great.
thinks this is an okay game.
Well,
I think it's an okay game that's too long.
Metacritic is
Yeah.
a combination of multiple people's
No, I
thoughts.
understand. That's what I'm saying. The general public, it's got an 8 out of 10, a 3.5 out of 5, a 4 out of 5, and a 35 out of 40.
Yep.
PlayStation Lifestyle gave it an 8 out of 10.
I can't imagine that, guys.
Hardcore Gamer gave it a 3.5 out of 5. This is not a hardcore game. They should have hated this thing. And Famitsu, 35 out of 40? Really? Really, Famitsu? Are you serious?
It happened. I mentioned that at the beginning.
35. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
And we all didn't like this game. This isn't peer pressure.
No.
If you like this game, you would argue it.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into it, but that's because I want trophies. I don't necessarily like.
I am surprised by the scores you guys gave it. I am surprised.
You think
Because you guys played
more?
it for 50 fucking hours.
51 hours and 28 minutes is my final time.
And I thought it was going to be a 50-hour game. Thank God I played Joe Core on this thing. So
You mean skipping literally every cutscene?
Yeah.
but it's not. I don't think.
not
Did you
every
read them?
cutscene.
I did. That's part of why it took me so long. I read everything.
I did too, and it didn't. I guess it took me almost as long as you, but
And you did extra stuff.
it helped. You know, it helps. If you
God.
want to do it, just do it. Just do the game.
It's such a dull experience.
It is. I think playing it like a normal game, like
Also, Digimon is stupid.
I can't playing it like a normal game where you.
That's
just,
what you want me to say, isn't it? Digimon is for fucking idiots.
How do you guys feel about
Go
the
ahead.
idea of like playing a game normally? Like, what do you think playing a game normally is? Because for me,
Gaming.
if the game is good, playing it normally means playing it until it's done, like very quickly. Because like with Last of Us, I played it in like a 2-day weekend. Like I was like, oh my god, Last of Us.
I either play games quickly or I don't get them done. In my normal gaming life pre-podcasts,
You
if
just-
I liked a game, I would plow.
yeah.
If
okay.
I didn't like a game, I would stop.
so
a
we
couple
played
hours
it like
in.
we played it like we liked it. Then we plowed.
Well, we
plowed
to.
at last minute to beat it before the review. At least I did, and Cameron did.
We all three of us beat it within the last 48 hours. Caleb beat it months and months and months and months ago because it was actually released in 2011, and they just pretended it wasn't. So Caleb's had it beaten since before we had any podcasts.
Pre-ordered it.
Pre-ordered it back in
Probably made it back
2010.
then.
Yeah, they just like, oh shit, did we release that? Oh fuck,
We
didn't
could
put
make a couple bucks.
yeah, we didn't release that game. Shit, get out there and release it quick. Yeah, not worth your time. It's definitely skippable unless you like this, and I guess unless maybe you're in Craig's situation where you have a void of some sorts that you need filled. But yeah,
That his horrendous backlog couldn't do.
Wow, it's the worst game of the
They're
year
not monster capture
so
games,
far.
King Pim.
Famitsu, the individual scores were 9, 9, 9, and 8.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 9, 9, 9, and 8. 3 of them gave it a fucking 9. A 90%. We didn't even give it half of that. Like,
The highest score on this chart is you for gameplay with 6 out of 10. You
Yeah,
almost
my-
gave it a 7 for gameplay. So, guys,
just give it a 9.
this game is not good.
Oh, here we go. In Japan, Hacker's Memory suffered lower than expected sales. According to Media
Sucks.
Create sales data, the Vita version sold 24,636 copies in its debut week, with the PS4 version selling 20,890, becoming the 9th and 10th highest selling software titles, respectively, for that period in the region.
That is not good sales.
And it was the 4th best in UK on its release week, like Caleb said earlier.
That's bad.
That's real bad.
It deserves it.
Because not like it seems like it's it would be okay at 4th place, but that's not good. Like not that many games come out to where it's like number 4 is not bad. We get the Metal Gear Solid game that came out. We get the Grand Theft Auto game that came out.
It's not like
that
they came
day.
out
We
on the
got
same weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fucking. They're not going to do that. Like those games never come out, so they're huge. It's like they had competition.
Yeah, but the thing is, like around the same week was also Monster Hunter World.
I bet you Grand Theft Auto 5 probably sold more in that week than this fucking game did. And that game's been out for years.
I bet you at least within this year. It has.
It has. It has. It's like the 9th best-selling game of last year,
Oh
a game
my
that
God,
came out in
dude.
2011. And I looked at it, and Horizon Zero Dawn was the second highest-selling PS4 game of last year, with like 11 million copies, like a shitload. So,
I'm not going to say this game doesn't belong in that category. This game if this were a mobile game, I'd be nicer to it.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was saying if it was a handheld,
It's like something you could just I'm doing this. Oh, now I actually have to talk to my boss. Hold on, let me put the phone down while it auto battles, and then you can bring it back up. Yeah, that's what I would
exactly
call
what
it.
I was saying.
Not a
You don't
Vita,
expect too much
a
out of it.
actual phone. Ugh. All right. Anyway,
Horizon Zero Dawn was the 4th best-selling, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 was the 5th of last year. Isn't that kind of sad? Like a fucking PS3 game that was remastered for PS4 is the 5th best-selling one.
kind of.
Shit. Sorry.
Thanks for the trailer. Appreciate the trailer.
Not for us.
All right. We are giving that Tomb Raider away.
We are, yeah. We
yes.
have a reviewer that we have selected for the Tomb Raider Blu-ray double pack. It's the AC4A review by Indori Neravar on December 13th, 2017. Come on, people. Give us some fucking reviews. It's
Someone
a
did
5-star
give
review.
us a review since then.
We have one, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a good one.
It's a good one, and these assholes didn't vote for it.
I legitimately hope that guy who wrote that review immediately hit his shin against the coffee table as he left.
Yeah, Cameron, you would. You would hope that, considering the content of the review. This
I mean,
guy
I
says,
can
The
understand-
content of the 5-star review. So,
I can understand, making a joke. It's all fun and games, but there's certain things you don't joke about.
No, I tried to make that point a week
you
ago
gotta-
or 2 weeks
you gotta
ago, and you guys
just-
shit down my throats. You held my mouth open and you took giant turds.
No,
Idiot.
you could joke about anything.
It's subjective. Fuck you. It is,
subjective?
it is subjective.
but
about?
What a
didn't-
joke is.
I didn't care for the joke.
Because Twice is like, if it's not funny, it's not a joke. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's jokes that are not funny to different people.
Yeah, but
and
what you don't
if you
It's
as the
Twice.
joke teller, think it's a
Why
joke,
did the chicken cross the road?
it's a joke.
No, here's the thing, though, Joe. I'm saying if it's not funny, it's not a joke. Because humor is subjective. I am the subject deciding if it's funny or not. You just
no,
didn't catch
you're
that.
you're the
If
one
a
hearing the
person's-
joke, but the other person has to tell the joke.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
But if humor is subjective and I am the subject of the joke, if I am the one perceiving the joke, I can say if it's funny
You
or not.
can say if it's
But
not
if the
funny.
person-
you
Yeah.
can't say it's
But
not
if-
a joke.
I
but if the
guess
person
that's
who
true,
tells
yeah, I
the
guess.
joke thinks it's funny, then it's also still a joke.
I know, and it's still, but I say it's not a joke because it's not funny.
It
Jokes
can't
are
be
meant
half
to be.
a joke and half not.
Jokes are
Jokes are
meant to be funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're meant to be funny. Jokes are a funny thing. And if I say it's not funny, it's not a joke to me. But it's subjective, so it is a joke to the other guy. So it's both a joke and not a joke at the same time. That's what I was trying to say, but you couldn't listen because you can only hear what comes out of your mouth.
It's a
because
joke.
You're so deaf that the only
It's a
time you can
joke.
hear is when your fucking body is vibrating.
It's still a
from the
joke.
sounds coming from you.
It's still a joke. It's just not a funny one to you.
Though I didn't care for that one either. So we're giving it to the AC4A review. I know you don't care, but I feel compelled. And Armored Core, for answer, there is a quick turn maneuver that is never detailed in
All
tutorial.
the fucking reviews, you guys. Fuck you guys.
But it's awesome.
I voted for a different one.
Also, you can change your control scheme in the settings menu between missions, like fully customize them. You can also press select in the stats menus for clarification. Get good. So, Indoril Neravar, tweet us, get hold of us on the website somehow, some way, and we will mail you a copy of Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life on Blu-ray.
Tomb Raider.
Signed by us, famed podcasters.
Yes. Have your Blu-ray ruined by 4
Yeah.
podcasters.
Exactly.
Have us sign some content that we had no hand in.
Yes. Yes. Enjoy. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Nudecline.net.
Yeah, support us on Patreon. give us your biddies, give us your subs on Amazon or on Twitch. If you guys want to try out Audible, it's great. If you have a really lame, long, relentless job like myself, you have plenty of hours to listen to books. There are some great ones. Cameron and I both just started fucking, what is it, 19, fuck is a year?
Cameron and I both just started fucking.
We just
it's
started.
11, it's 11/22/63.
Yeah, 11/22/63, the Stephen King book about time travel. It's pretty awesome so far. I like the
Yeah,
narrator
yeah.
a lot.
No, Joe. He said something. He's like, yeah, Stephen King does this thing where he starts a book out and it's already awesome. Like, yeah, he does this thing where he's a great author. Like,
Yeah.
I tried listening to another book and I had to stop immediately because it was so fucking boring.
I can't. Stephen King does make 1,200 books a year, so I don't think his batting average is as high as you think he is. He is a great author. You're right about that. But I tried reading the first chapter of Cell and I was out.
Oh, Cell is retarded.
Yeah.
It's a retarded idea.
As soon as he was like he had to describe that a guy's cock was swinging in between his legs, I was like, I'm good. And it wasn't even like it wasn't.
You were good to
Oh,
masturbate.
no, I'm good to not read this anymore. Because like at the beginning of Cell, I guess everything goes to chaos and like there's a dude running naked in the streets, but you could just write he's a dude running naked in the streets. But instead, Stephen King was like, and his cock was dangling and swinging back and forth.
You got to see it. You got to see.
And
the
I was
dude
like,
running
what
naked.
the fuck? Yeah, I see a dude running naked, and I know his cock is swinging back and forth.
But it's
unless
just
he's
essence of
afraid.
cock until
no,
the cock
guys,
is there.
guys, you're missing the point. He feels self-conscious because that's never happened to him.
Yeah. I mean, my balls are swinging, but my cock is just kind of along for the ride. It's kind of stuck to him, you know, 'cause it's hot.
No swingage going on. That's all.
That's true, though. The Cell looks really stupid. It looks like The Happening. It looks like some
It's
stupid.
not good. I can tell you, chapter 1 is not good.
The Stand, though, read that.
11,
that is great.
11, whatever. I can't
it's
remember
really
the date
good.
here. I've read because I own the book and I've owned it for a couple years now.
Yeah, didn't your sister buy it for you or
My
something?
sister bought it for me, and I've slowly read it. I'm 100-something pages into it. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
But I'm a slow-ass reader now that I have Audible.
It's hard to not
yeah.
read with Audible. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll say I read or I listened to the guy read the like tale or the Night from the Seven Kingdoms thing, which is like the Dunk and Egg thing from Game of Thrones. I don't know if you know what that is, Cameron. You're the only one here that would. But the guy occasionally
been a long time.
whenever the character would like start thinking to himself like kind of like a silent thought, he would just get really, really quiet with his narration, and I would I'm
good.
like, I like the production
I can't
value
hear
here,
it.
but I can't hear a fucking thing. I'm like, because like my phone's always like, oh, you're gonna go deaf if you keep listening to this fucking volume, and I'm like, yeah, but this guy whispers, I can't hear it. I want to know what's happening. Like,
Yeah, it's
and he's
like,
just like, oh, and I was gonna fuck that chick in the ass, but then
it's
I'm like, where does the story go? Or do you fuck her in the ass? Like, what's happening? Like, it just doesn't go. It just doesn't go. It's too quiet. And this guy doesn't do that. The Stephen King guy gets maybe a teeny bit quieter, but it's just barely.
I like at the very beginning the voices that he's using for the different characters.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are fucking great.
So
at narrating.
audibletrial.com/news.
Yeah, that's find everything at audibletrial.com/news.
Except for the tweet. You can tweet the show at Nude Clan Podcast, and individually you can tweet me at Joseph DeGollier.
Meet at City and Bar.
Me at Nude Clan. Me at Nude Clan Cam.
And me at UFF Podcast.
And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Enjoy the nude.
Fuck Joe.
Live always in the nude.
May the list go on.
Oh, thank you.
Game over, man. Game over. What are we gonna do now? Too bad you will die.
Winning is not too late. How about a nice game of chess?